I found out my boyfriend has been cheating on me and now he wants counseling.
I just feel really bad about it now.
My boyfriend, 45 male of 2 years, and I, 36 female, have had a wonderful, fun, caring, and kind relationship. He has a son and I have 2 children. They have all met and are friends. We had been talking about moving in together, meaning buying a house together, as we would need a place that has enough room for everyone. By the way, this comes from Clem Finney is a liar. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I am Savannah.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Skion.
And we're here to give you some good advice, goofily, but obviously we don't have all the answers. We're only going to tell you what we would do in this situation. We would love to know what you would do in the comments. As OP says, yesterday morning, I couldn't find my phone, which happens frequently.
Classic.
Yeah, classic
Me?
move. I asked him to call my cell, which he did, and it kept ringing until it went to voicemail. He got distracted with the kids. I found my phone and went back to retrieve his phone, which was still unlocked. Let me note here that I have never looked at his phone. I never suspected the need to. Well, it's open and a message comes through from someone named Paula as I am picking up the phone to return it. I don't know Paula and his friends and family, of which I have met all of them, also do not know her.
Did you ask them all?
Yeah, I know.
Like, she sees the text and she immediately goes to the family group chat, gets rid of her husband, and says, "Does anyone know Paula?" And they're like, "Paula? Who? Paula?
Abdul? Dean?
Huh?
No."
My children and I spent all of Christmas with his family and extended family, which has been amazing and fun. Naturally, my stomach flipped. I opened it and was smacked.
Yawning thing.
Smacked with nude pics, graphic details, and wiener pics from him to this Paula.
Oh,
Yikes.
Lord. They're not even putting them in invisible ink?
Oh, no.
It's just full there? They didn't even delete those?
I know you got invisible ink.
You
at
got
least.
invisible
I
ink.
love invisible ink.
Or just delete them from
Yeah.
the text messages, you crazies.
Yeah, that. Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not helping you cheat.
I was going to say, are you telling people how to
no.
cheat right now?
No, but that's crazy of them
Well,
to do.
he's also like, what, 40?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use
So,
phones.
Probably doesn't know what invisible ink is. Abracadabra is what he'd say.
Yeah, he said, what?
I had to stop and hide in the washroom to take screen photos to take. See, this is how you know.
Yeah, they don't know how to do this.
To take screenshots with my phone. I scrolled as fast as I could because maybe I was wrong. I would read it later. I turned his phone off after taking about 7 photos without reading the dates or comments and gave it back to him. He had to leave for hockey practice, so he took off. I finally sat down and read the messages. It's awful. Clearly, he is fooling around with this woman. The dates and times match up with when I wasn't with him and he was supposedly out with his friends or doing mundane tasks like groceries or laundry. Aw. He's been meeting this woman during times he is not with me. She is also a mother and lives somewhat near me. Thank God I don't know her. They slept together on Valentine's Day?
No.
Oh, that's
Wait,
Lover's Day.
You're telling me that he wasn't even there for you on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, like where?
Like,
well,
what was
maybe
his
there
excuse?
Yeah.
Guys, it's a day for love.
Yeah, a day for love.
You gotta spread the love.
Yeah.
But not to another woman.
Sharing is caring.
But not,
But not in
when
that
you're
way.
not caring
This is
about
a
your
sacred-
wife.
Valentine's Day is sacred. Leave it to your lovers. Come on.
Save some for the single people. OP?
Yeah. They slept together on Valentine's Day about 2 hours before I went over to his for a home-cooked meal, candlelight, music, dancing, and, of course, a lot of intimacy.
Wait, you're telling me he went back to back Valentine's?
He double dipped.
He was with that girl 2 hours before she came over. Obviously, they did some stuff. And then she comes over for the real deal on Valentine's Day, does a whole candlelight dinner, whatever, doesn't even mention it. And then they also end up doing stuff. So, like, nope.
They did
They
the
messed
funky
up.
monkey. That's crazy.
That's messed up.
Ew.
On Valentine's Day, and not to, like, say anything, and, like,
No.
Now, I hope OP doesn't, like, get something from that, because that's
Yeah, go
yeah.
get yourself tested, girl.
Yeah. I was shaking at this point, so I thought, if this were me, I would want to know. I calmly called the number at the top of the screen. I was already under the impression she didn't know about me, as her text to him
Oh,
seemed
no.
like they were in a full-on relationship. One of the texts thanked him for being a good influence on one of her sons who adores him. I gently told her I am his girlfriend and we have been together for 2 years. She burst out crying. She didn't know about me. She's sorry and I am sorry too. We agreed to meet while he was at hockey. Oh, I love a good girl mess around.
What's that movie where all the girls who got cheated on come
John
together?
Tucker. John
Yeah,
Tucker
John
must
Tucker must
pass
die.
away.
Yeah, that one.
He must. Once we did, we compared timelines. She started dating him the same week I
That's just-
did.
That's just kind of funny. Just comparing timelines. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Wait, did you have him on this day? Wait, we both had him on Valentine's Day?
Why would you compare timelines? You guys are already, I was like, why do you need the
Just
nitty
making
gritty?
sure.
I think they just want to know
Making
exactly
sure.
when they both started dating.
So they
Yeah,
have
that makes
their. You
sense.
got to get your facts straight. So then when you
Yeah.
bring them up, then you got to back them in.
I was
the
like,
corner.
when
They're
did
like,
he,
okay, when's your anniversary? And they're like, 1, 2, 3, September 3rd. No.
What did he get you? Is this the same gift?
1,
You're like, oh my
2,
gosh.
3, a necklace.
Did we just become best friends?
Was
I always wonder why the necklace had different initials on
yeah,
it.
it didn't have my initial. It had like one of the girls' name is like, I don't know,
It had a
Stephanie, and the
Patricia.
other one's Barb. And they're like, I always wondered why I got an S necklace when my name is Barb. He just said it's because I'm really special. And she's
I'm
like,
a
he told me
sweetheart.
it's because I'm beautiful. Wow.
B for beautiful, S for special. That's crazy. I'm gonna do that.
I mean, my middle name does start with an S, and I thought he was going to go with that, but no.
But he
Special.
went with special. So
That is
yes,
true.
he's been cheating on me for 2 years. So literally the entire relationship is a lie.
Dang. So they've both been in a 2-year relationship with this guy? That's
And-
impressive.
That's crazy.
Wow.
He's really putting in the work.
Yeah.
It comes to light that he had been pulling away from her for about the last year, which is somewhat logical as I became part of the family. The kids met each other and we started traveling together, but he never ended things with her. It turned into more of a friends with benefits relationship. They only used the pill as birth control, and since I can't get pregnant anymore, we have been bareback, meaning he also put my health at risk. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow to get tested.
Why'd you all use the word bareback?
I don't
I don't
know.
Hey, it's better than raw.
I
Is
like
it?
raw.
You like, oh,
Better
yeah.
than bareback. Bareback just sounds Neanderthalish.
That's what I'm saying.
bareback.
It sounds weird.
Yeah.
They did
Or just you could have said like without protection.
We decided to confront him. Yes, let's see how this goes down.
Woo!
His son would not be home for the rest of the afternoon, so I went over first and left the front door unlocked. I started making tea and waited for her to show up. She burst through the door, punched him right in the face, and laid into him.
Dang! Girl
What
went,
entrance?
boom! She went, boom, boom! And he went, oh my God, my nose! And she said, you cheated on me!
He went, no, Deborah. I mean,
What's
sorry.
your name?
Are you special or
Because,
are you
like,
beautiful?
Wait. And she's like, my name is Sandra. He's like, but you got the bee necklace. And she said, yeah, because you told me it was for beautiful.
yeah.
And he's like, dang it.
You're beautiful, Sandra.
How am I supposed to keep your name
Sorry,
track?
I meant very nice.
I was going to get you the necklaces so I didn't confuse your names. And then I confused the necklaces.
I was shaking violently, so upset. Listening to her give him heck for leading her on, using her, and lying to her for 2 years. And what did Mr. Wonderful say? Nothing. He apologized, but had no excuses. It was a gong show. What is that?
Well, I guess it's like the
Yeah.
But what does that even mean?
So
in this
like,
context?
like ready, like fight, boom.
I
or
was
like-
thinking like a sumo wrestler, like
I'm
he's
thinking
just
like a
out.
whole room set up with gongs and like you're playing like Christmas songs.
I'm just waiting for this guy to be like, oh my gosh, like, wow, that was really good. But like, you guys are like BFFs and this can all work out now,
He's
right?
like,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Now we're a bigger family.
She left once I picked her up off the floor, sobbing uncontrollably. I sat with him and waited for him to explain. Still nothing. He couldn't explain it. He didn't know why he didn't stop it or why he would hurt me and us so badly. I told him to confess to his family. When his son came home, he told him what he had done. His son was gutted, and I had to console him. Aw, his parents lived close by, so I went with him and his son and watched him admit everything to both his parents,
That's crazy.
who were floored and both cried. Wow.
What?
So
What is this freaking farewell tour? What's going on here? Why are you going with him, OP? I'm so confused. She's like, you have to tell everyone. You have to make sure that you tell everyone.
But
Girl,
he could be lying, you know,
but
making
also
sure
just
he's
like,
telling the
I
truth.
don't know. I would just break up with him. Why do we have to come around with him while he tells everyone?
I don't know.
Because it feels like she wants to stay with him. It feels like she's like, you have to tell everyone and then I'll stay with you. Which I'm like, girl, don't stay with him. Oh, D-Red says Gong Show was an old amateur talent show. Vix Mix says it was a variety show in the 70s. That is helpful to know. Thank you.
Anyway, now that I am over the shock, here is my question. I do love this man. We've had an amazing time together, and I've never felt more honest with a person. I completely trusted him, and he ruined us. He has suggested over and over that we go to counseling together. I don't see how counseling will help him not lie to me or chase after someone if he gets bored with me. Clearly, I wasn't enough for him, or he would have stayed faithful.
It's not about you, girl.
Yeah.
Also, he started dating someone the week that he started dating you.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was really about you at all.
Yeah, I think he's
I think
just
he had
a horn
always
dog.
planned.
He's a little horn dog that needs
Little
to
horn dog.
be thrown into the trash.
Yes, indeed.
So I also don't see how counseling will help me give him another chance. True. I'm looking for suggestions from people with experience with cheating partners. Has counseling helped?
What is going on here? You just
She-
found out that
yeah.
your partner of 2 years has been dating someone else for the exact same amount of time, and you're considering going back to this guy?
Yeah.
That's psychotic behavior.
Yeah. I think you need to reflect, OP. I get that it was 2 years of your life and all that, but this is not a good situation to be in. And the fact is, like, it's not going to get any better.
No.
Like, it just seems like this is that guy because he has, the other thing is, he has no remorse.
Yeah.
He said nothing. He has no explanations. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I liked you both at the same time.
I just did it.
Yeah, I just
Do
did
I
it.
have to
felt
say
like it.
more than that?
Yeah, I didn't care about anyone else in this situation but myself, so.
Is that really that wrong?
Yeah, right.
Is it really so wrong for a guy to have 2 girlfriends that don't know about each other?
Yeah? Hmm?
Yes.
I guarantee you, she's like, other than the cheating, he was pretty great at everything.
He was pretty nice.
Other than, like, ruining my life.
He-
Other than everything, he was all right.
He did that double life pretty well,
Yeah, it's
honestly.
pretty
If I didn't
impressive,
find
honestly.
out, it was pretty great.
And he didn't even need to hire a cleaner. He kept the house so clean.
The Gong Show, guys. We're not mentioning the gongs in this.
Gong Show, noun, an event that proves to be a disaster, often in a fun or memorable way.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
All right, well, we got some comments. Buckaroo 2. Your entire relationship has been a lie. What could you even possibly save? What would counseling do?
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, like, what are you saving? It's like when you're cleaning, I don't know, when you're cleaning a ball of dirt, you know? And you're cleaning it and you're cleaning it and you're like, okay.
Has anyone cleaned a ball of dirt?
Wait, hold on.
Anyone
You're
done that?
cleaning a ball of dirt and you're cleaning it and
You
keep
ever
trying
cleaned
to
a ball of dirt?
and you keep trying to find like a diamond inside this ball of dirt, but it's just a ball of dirt. And once you clean it all, there's nothing left because it was just a ball of dirt to begin with.
Thank you, therapist Sophia.
You're welcome. He's just a ball of dirt.
Yeah, he's just a big ball.
Can't clean a ball of dirt.
Big ball of dirty, dirty things. So, there was literally never a time your significant other wasn't cheating on you. Honestly, I don't see how you could even move on from this, or why you would want to. Drop this guy and find someone who wants to be with you and only you. OP responds, totally agree. I'm just so floored this happened. Maybe I can't see the whole picture, although I really think yes I can. And thought I would ask all the nice sensible people on here to just double check. Wink. I'm so rude. Comments. You go to counseling for small lapses or bad judgment calls. When the entire relationship is essentially one giant bad call, then it's not even worth saving. There wasn't ever a moment where he wasn't cheating on you. How can you rebuild trust when it literally never existed to begin with? And that's true. Scrapple666 says, no, he was lying the whole time. You can never trust him again. He needs to take his son to counseling. So messed up that he had to get involved in this. OP responds, well, exactly. It comes out that the son had met the other woman and her children several times the first year. This wonderful, amazing little guy has had to keep his mouth shut and lie to me as well for 2 years. Whoa! So you're having your son also spread your lies?
That's so bad.
Yeah, what? So
That's
it's not
so bad.
it's not just you doing the lying. You're also going to get your like son to also be like, "Okay, don't tell her like
Oh my
about this
gosh.
other
Your son's gonna have
family."
such a terrible relationship with you forever. He's
No, for
he's
real.
never going to forget that you made him lie to two people about his affairs.
I'm beyond upset. And the update 12 days later.
Oh
Uh-oh.
man.
So after my post, several of you lovely people explained not to get back together with him. I completely agree. However, there was some unfinished business. Over the course of 2 weeks, I've been talking to his ex, who of course was in pieces. I told her she needed closure, so I suggested to my ex he meet up with her. Even offered to watch his son so they could meet. You're being way too nice, OP.
I don't understand why she's doing this.
Yeah, this is like
Like,
weird.
yes,
Like she
it
wants
was a
everyone to
2
get
years
along.
relationship, but it's not marriage. You know, you don't have kids together. There's nothing tying you. It just feels like you're holding on to this relationship that is so bad for no reason.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand your reasoning, OP, of trying to like fix the situation.
Yeah, like making him go talk to his parents.
Yeah, like you didn't cause this. Like he did it to you. You can be mad.
Yeah.
You can be mad about it. You can be upset, but you don't have to try to fix it for him.
Yeah.
Like that's the part that
weird.
I'm like, okay, very unhealthy.
Yes.
He said he would be an hour tops. It was 2 hours. I found out after that they did meet up and sat in her car and talked. He claims nothing happened, but I don't care at this point. I've spoken to her since, and she's thankful I set that up so she could say goodbye to him. Unfinished business number 1 done. Whoop. I've talked to his son a fair bit over the last 2 weeks. He understandably has a lot of trust issues. Talking with my ex, he has set up therapy to also include his son, and I've encouraged his son at length to speak his mind during these sessions. I've talked with him and with his ex's mother present, who also agreed to this, so I feel comfortable now that he will somehow be able to advocate for himself going forward. Unfinished business number 2 done.
Nice, I guess.
But now I have unfinished business number 3 to deal with. Well, you dealt with all of them, so
None of this is your business.
yeah, which none of this actually is
none
your
of it's
business.
actually
so
your business.
Now let's see what you do. The ex texts me every day.
Fuck this man. What? Every day?
He's shown up on my doorstep, and we have talked at length about the betrayal and how inconsiderate he is to me. Promises all over the place about how he will never cheat on me again and how he will put me first and will be considerate to my feelings, blah, blah, blah. Flash forward to today. His son asked me to go to his hockey practice. I'm feeling good, and I think I can handle being around the ex, who is a coach, so he will be on the ice so I don't have to talk to him. So I agree. I drove the 20 minutes and sat there enjoying myself. They get off the ice and go get changed. ... What's gonna happen?
No.
The ex and the son are together, and we meet up in the atrium. Son asks his dad for a hot chocolate. Sure, why not? The ex then proceeds to buy himself a coffee and his son a hot chocolate. I'm standing there like an idiot. No offer for me, no thought of if I want something from the canteen. And it hit me. This is what my life would be like if I stayed with him. By the way, you can have such an amazing life with stories just like these. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, any of the listening things that you guys listen to, and we're on there. It's called OK Story Time. There is another relevant update, but
Man.
is there really anything to discuss at this
No,
point?
it's just like stop involving. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna. I mean, I guess that's what it took.
Yeah, she's like, he didn't ask me if I wanted a hot chocolate.
he
I
didn't
really
offer me
wanted a
sweet
hot
treats.
chocolate.
I'm out.
It's the thing is that why would he?
Yeah.
Why would he? Again, he's been cheating on you from day
Yeah.
one.
Our whole relationship has been a lie, but now you're not gonna offer me a sweet treat.
But now you're being
Mm-mm.
inconsiderate,
Mm-mm.
and
I'm
that's
out.
where I draw
I
the
am out.
line.
I'll never be thought of. I would be an afterthought. No, I didn't need anything from the canteen. That's not the issue. I stepped up to be there for his son, and he can't even think of me or my needs. I hugged his son goodbye. I told him if he needs anything to send me a text. I said goodbye to the ex and walked away. For all I know, he's still standing there wondering what just happened. I've deleted him from my phone. I can't have contact with him. I don't have the heart for it yet. But I'll cut ties with his family on social media, as I don't want the reminders of the life I could have had but was in fact all a lie. This is all just to say thank you for the advice on here. I've never been in this situation, and I hope I never am again. That's the end.
She's leaving.
Yeah.
She's doing it. She
She's
got
out,
there.
and all it took was no offer of
Yeah, she said,
sweet
she
treat.
said, I can excuse cheating, but I draw the line when you don't give me a little sweet treat.
Honestly, valid.
Valid. If my boyfriend didn't get me a little sweet treat, I'd have some words. Let me tell you.
Listen.
Let me
You
tell
listen to me,
you
buddy boy.
something. I'd have
You're coming here empty-handed. Think again.
words.
Go back.
Think
go back home. Get me
again.
something.
Go
Come
give
back.
me a little
There you
sweet
go.
treat. And don't you worry, he does.
Well, that is the end of the story.
And we've got another one.
Coming right up.
My husband and I got married a month ago, and now he vanished.
What? Where'd he go?
I've 33 female, been married to my husband, 35 male, for less than a month now. Been together for almost a decade. Wow. Our day starts like any other day. We wake up and kiss and cuddle a little. He gets dressed and goes downstairs to make us breakfast. We eat in bed, and then he takes the plates and goes back downstairs. By the way, this comes from Repulsive Candy 6250, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Angie.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. It normally takes him a while to do the dishes, so I don't think anything of it when he doesn't come back up. After a while, I realized that I haven't heard a peep, so I go back downstairs to see if he needed anything when I discover that he's just gone. He took his car and left, and when I texted him, I got this really cryptic reply that's like, I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. And starting to get a little panicked at this point. Okay, put it in. What
Yeah.
do we think's going on?
I think he's a werewolf.
Yeah.
It's a full moon.
Oh.
And it just so happened that all of the other full moons
I
in
was
the
gonna
past
ask.
10 years that they've been together, she's been out on a trip.
Okay. He's like, it worked out every other
Yeah.
time. Why are you here?
It's one time.
I told you to go to Mallorca.
yeah.
You were supposed to go on your girls' trip.
Please.
That's the last I hear from him. I keep calling him on multiple platforms, multiple times a day, and nothing. My calls go to voicemail, but my texts show as delivered. I go as far as contacting his best friend and boss to see if they know anything, and they both reached out to him, which he lied to them and said he would call me in the evening. So I know he's on his phone, seeing everything. He's just ignoring me. Now, here's a full timeline of why I think he's cheating on me. I mean, truly, what else could you think?
I mean,
what else? is
I'm still pretty set on
werewolf.
werewolf. This first thing that comes to my mind, honestly, I genuinely didn't even think about cheating.
Yeah,
I just thought he's just over it.
he's just done.
He's just done.
I thought he was a spy. Earlier this year, I get a text message from someone claiming that she's been having an affair with my husband.
What? This happened a while ago.
And you've
It
been kissing
seems-
and cuddling?
And you've been kissing
Kissling.
You've been kissing him after the
Disgusting.
cheating? Oh my
Cheating.
god. I hope no diddling happened.
Oh. She's been having an affair with my husband, and he gave her an STD, so
Ah.
I should get myself checked out.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He spread his werewolfism to her.
Oh my
He
gosh.
turned her into a werewolf.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
How
a
could he?
WTD.
Ew. Werewolf transmitted disease.
Coincidentally, also the name of my sketch show. Who does that? My first reaction was, I'm being pranked. I obviously show him, and instead of looking like he was caught, he was actually pissed and confused. We do a little digging into the number and discover it's one of his coworkers. She said she had screenshots, dates, and times, and I call her bluff and tell her to prove it and send them. She doesn't send anything and later replies with a long-winded apology about how she's so sorry, she was just manic because her meds were adjusted.
What?
Oh.
What's happening? I don't know who to believe anymore.
Me neither.
I don't know who to believe.
Is he a werewolf or is he not?
I mean, he's gotta be.
There's no way he's not.
You gotta like plan a date out
Yeah.
2 months in advance, cause you can tell, you know when the full moon's gonna come around,
Mm-hmm.
and see how he reacts.
Yeah, you're like,
See what he
hey,
thinks.
we should go out to Rigatoni's. It's the name of the
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
On the full moon.
Right.
That would be so romantic.
It just so happens to have a big
Yeah.
glass ceiling so you could stargaze while you eat the noodles.
Isn't that sound nice?
Isn't that nice?
I proceed to just block her. She then goes off to try and contact my family members trying to get a hold of me. I wonder where she got my number. Turns out she paid a service online to get my number. I get another text message from
Oh
a
my
different
God.
number in July that says, husband has been cheating on you with another woman since March 2024. The last time they had spicy sleep was on June 7th when he lied to you about staying the night at his friend's house. I'm in disbelief that this is happening again, so I immediately screenshot the image and send it to my husband so he can show his boss. I think nothing of it other than I can't believe this lady is pestering us like this. 2 nights ago, my sister, 27 female, calls us and is being very weird and dodgy. For context, she is low-key developmentally disabled from years of substance and booze abuse on top of many mental disorders. So I just chalk it up to she must have taken something weird and is tripping badly. We chat and she hangs up, then calls back saying that some crazy lady is sending her these weird messages. My heart drops to my stomach because I instantly know it's that crazy coworker again. If someone messaged you and said, boyfriend cheated on you, I approve, he gave me an STD, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
he probably would have given you.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not you fully believe your partner, would you go get an STD test?
Yes.
I would too.
Absolutely. I would.
Even if I was
Yeah.
full, why would I ever think that?
Right.
Safety?
Yeah.
I would go get tested.
Totally. Because also, which one?
Yeah.
That's important to know.
Yeah.
And also, I would want to see what the proof is. I would
Yeah.
not just say, because he could so be lying about being I don't know who that is. And he's like, whoa, what? It's my coworker?
Just easy way to at least check that you're all good. Just in
Yeah,
general,
right?
always good to get checkups.
Totally.
My husband leaves the room to talk to her. At this point, I think it's a little weird. He doesn't want me to overhear what my sister has to say. But I also think that, he knows that this is annoying and bothers me, so he's just handling it. He comes back and I ask him if my sister sent him any screenshots. And he tells me no, that my sister is being weird and dodgy. This answer is acceptable for me, so we ignore everything and just move on with our nighttime routine. After I discover my husband has ghosted me, I think back on that phone call and my anxieties start to take root in my brain. I make the decision to contact his supposed affair partner to see if I can get to the bottom of this. When I call her, she sounds manic as heck. Can't seem to get a straight answer from her and she seems out of it. She keeps changing her story or repeating things like LOL when I try to press her to send the screenshots. I ask her what is her motivation. Why is she trying so hard to show me the truth? And she just goes, I would want to know. She sends me a couple of screenshots of Instagram conversations they had, but none of them were, 1, definitive proof, or 2, felt like my husband. The way sentences were phrased, nothing read like something he would actually type.
She's he keeps howling
Yeah.
in the chat. I've never heard him do that.
Moon emoji, wolf emoji.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
That doesn't seem like him.
On top of this, the content he supposedly shares with her, memes, cartoons, aren't stuff I would think he enjoys. I texted the screenshots to our friends, and they also think that these screenshots are faked. Why anyone would go through the trouble, I can't say. She also had 2 screen recordings from her Nest, just showing him entering her apartment. I think they look real, but AI deepfakes have gotten so realistic, so I can't say for certain. The video evidence feels off, like uncanny valley. The way the figure or husband is walking doesn't feel normal. All her dates and times that she claimed they were together, I obviously can't recall exactly hour by hour what I was doing then, and right now I'm just trying to confirm or deny his supposed movements. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the fact that he's not responding makes me fear the worst. I personally am leaning towards that he is cheating. She just knew some intimate details that I can't explain. I know it's cliche, but my husband is the most kind, genuine person I know. He's incapable of living and going about his life with a lie as big as this. Also, I feel like I would have suspected something or picked up on something, and I never did. What type of person makes breakfast for his wife, then takes the bins to the curb right before he leaves his wife? Or maybe I never knew him at all. By the way, I know that you guys want to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. So just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts?
I don't know what's going on.
Me neither.
Since she has so much proof,
Yeah.
it does feel a little bit like, OP, I think you're making excuses. Because that last sentence of what kind of husband would cheat on his wife and still take out the trash. Like
The cheating kind.
I feel like cheaters have done way more to
Yeah.
cover it up. Like
Absolutely.
way more. But it like the only thing that is weird to me is that she keeps reaching out to like family members too. Like I don't know if someone would try that hard to convince someone that they're being cheated on unless they're lying. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I just don't know.
I'm just confused what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What did the sister
Yeah.
say? Also,
Yeah.
OP is like way too like chill.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, people reached out to me. I said, what the heck's going on there?
Yeah.
And then my sister was being really weird and wanted to talk to my husband. I didn't follow up on that.
Yeah,
It's like,
right?
there's so many like strings that you should be pulling.
Yeah.
But there's a little left. I feel like I've cried so much in the past 24 hours, and regardless of whether or not he's cheating, I think that our relationship is broken. I can't imagine a future without him, but I also don't know how a relationship could survive this. I don't know what to do next. Do I talk to his boss to see if I can get his schedule? Do I drive to him to confront him? Do I just wait until if or when he comes back? Do I just take the screenshots at face value and go, he's cheating, and file for divorce? I can't just sit around and spiral and fall apart as I replay everything. And that is the end of the story.
Dang. So we're just never gonna know the truth.
I guess not.
My wife caught me cheating overseas and turned our marriage into her revenge plan.
Well, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
I'm a 20-year-old guy in the Army on a rotation in Europe. Over Thanksgiving, me and two of my friends got a pass and stayed a long weekend in a nearby city. I told my wife I was going to sleep, but we went to a bar instead. She found out, and we got in a pretty big fight about it. By the way, this comes from OK Firefighter 78, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley,
I'm Angie.
and we're here to give good advice goofily. That's our only job. But if you have any thoughts or questions or concerns, please take a moment right now and put those down so we can take time out of our day to read them. So, we went to a party by a nearby college one night, and I got extremely wasted. While I was sitting there, a girl came by, sat by me.
Ooh.
Quick OK story time. My grandparents met because my grandma was there to sit on my papa's lap, and she did it. And they're happily married for over 50 years now.
Listen, always play truth or dare, everyone.
We talked about college and the things she did at school. One thing led to another, and I kissed her.
You sly dog.
After the kiss, I don't remember much. Nice. From what other people told me, I was begging this girl to come back to my
Oh
hotel,
my god.
but she refused.
Jeez.
I don't remember how, but I had her follow the friend I was with so we could talk on his Instagram since my wife knows my password.
Too many hoops. Too much work for this, dude. Come on.
Gosh, while you were drunk, you knew.
Yeah.
You knew to line up your friend's Instagram rather than your own.
Right, come on.
The next day, we downloaded an encrypted messaging app and gave each other the codes. I told her it was because my normal social medias don't work. If that's the case, do not talk to this man.
Yeah, like what does that even mean my social medias don't work? Like
You
I
know
was
what you ha-
banned? Like
That's what I'm saying. You know what you have to do if your social medias don't work?
like what?
You have to be a menace.
Yeah, you have to get like because you can report people, but like it rarely actually gets their account banned. So
But if you
like
could report about tens of people.
yeah, 20s, 30s, hundreds.
We talked for a few days, just getting to know each other. The day I got back to post, I started feeling pretty guilty about it. So I called my wife and asked for a divorce.
Well, did you tell her why you want a divorce?
She asked me if there was anyone else, and I told her, no.
Okay, so there's our answer.
It's that time of year. I think we
It's
should.
just, you know what they say about breakup season. Just really feeling in the spirit, in the breakup season mood.
I can already feel the comments of everyone that's like in the army, like being like, yeah, you get incentives if you marry while you're in the army. Because this guy's 20 and has a
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah, I mean, like I know people that went to the army or military or whatever they did and got married like right out of high school. We see you guys. We know what the plan is.
Yeah. That's the plan. Usually, I mean, they're here. Hopefully
Yeah.
it works out, but if it doesn't,
Hopefully,
we'll read about you.
we'll find.
We'll read it in
We're
the
about to
paper.
find out.
I guess that was a lie, but I told her I just no longer thought we were mature enough for a marriage. She was confused because, other than the fight we had a few days prior, everything was going fine, but I still just couldn't tell her. I blocked her on everything except text after that because she was blowing up my phone asking questions.
Okay, I feel like blocking is not the right answer,
She was asking so many questions.
but
What else are you supposed to do?
This is
Answer them?
yes. This is different than a breakup, though. You can't just be like, "Hey, we're over," and be divorced. Like, this is illegal. Like, you got to get lawyers involved. You got to get your benefits taken away if you're in the military. Like,
Yeah, dude, yeah.
you can't just be like, "Yeah, we're done." Blocked. Like, what? What?
Yeah, he's right. They are not mature to be married to each
Yeah,
other.
definitely not.
I kept her number to help her get back on her feet. The next day, another girl I had messaged before reached out again. She asked me about linking up before, but I told her no at that time because I was married. This time she messaged me after seeing I had taken my wife out of my social medias. We talked for a little bit, and I told her we were getting a divorce because I wanted to explore being polyamorous and dating multiple people, which was not something my wife would be okay with. This girl really started trash talking my wife, saying she was just trying to lighten my mood and to get my mind off of possibly still loving her. I told her I wasn't okay with it and blocked her. This made her mad, and she DM'd my wife screenshots of our entire conversation.
F around, and that's like the definition of F around and find out for sure.
Dude, I mean, even if you did stuff with this woman, she was still going to tell your ex about it.
Well, I mean, I'm glad she did. I mean,
Yeah, no.
thank goodness.
Technically, he is moving within the loopholes,
Sure, I guess.
but we see you. We know what you're
We know
doing.
what you're doing. We see all these little white lies here, dude. We see right through you.
My wife messaged me and said, I understand you're a free man now. Please tell your girls to stop sending me screenshots of them talking to you. It's not helpful. Since she saw me mention polyamory in that conversation, she talked to me about it. She told me she would be willing to try that lifestyle if that's what I felt like I needed, and that she just wished I had talked to her about it first. She said she needed time to learn about it and accept this. And during that time, she needed me to hold off on talking to any other girls and in conversations I had already started. I was more than willing to do this because I love my wife, and I really did want to make things work between us.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Where are we right now?
Wait. I'm sorry. What? You want to do that because you love your wife? You're actually joking.
Dude, for sickness and health.
Dude, what?
For better or worse.
We need to get this straight, okay?
Till death do them part, dog.
Dude.
Do you not remember that? Do you not remember when he said that?
I know I wasn't there. But let me get this straight, though, okay? Let me get this very clear.
Yup.
He cheats on her,
1.
get divorced over text,
2.
and then he blocks her.
3.
And then she gets a text from this other woman sending screenshots of that other woman's text with OP
4.
talking about polyamory. And then she's like, okay, well, if that's the problem, because he didn't give her a real reason why they were getting divorced. She's like, oh, well, if that's the issue, then like, yeah, I would be interested in trying polyamory.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, well, I'm going to try polyamory because I love my wife and she said that she wanted to try it. So because I love her, I'm going to be a good, devoted husband who would never cheat on her wife and try having spicy sleep with other people for her.
Nah, that totally checks out.
That is like such a twisted way to do that.
For a few days, she was different. She didn't try to start many conversations, wouldn't show her face on FaceTime, and talk to me differently. It was stressing me out. I told her I would take back the idea of polyamory and that I only wanted her. She was shocked and asked if I was sure I would be happy. And I told her I would try to be.
The amount of hate I have in my heart for this man.
Like, we're reading right through the lines, man. We know what you're doing.
He is manipulation level 100.
Over the next few weeks, things seemed smoother. She seemed happier with me than before. She was sending me tons of pictures and videos when I asked. And she was willing to talk about anything I wanted to talk about. Then I got wasted one night while my crazy ex was messaging me. I never asked for them, but my ex sent me some very noodly pics.
Oh, God.
And my wasted mind, I saved the photos to an app. I don't know why I did it. Right after my wife was having a hard time getting a video sent to me, so she suggested logging into my Snapchat and just putting that video in my eyes only for herself. I told her she could because I wasn't even thinking about what I saved. She confronted me about it, and I explained that I was wasted and it was a mistake. Dude, it was just a mistake. He was wasted. That's what you do with videos. You just save them to your eyes only while wasted.
You know, we hear a lot of stories where people are cheating and they go through like all of these lengths to hide that cheating. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, I planned all of this out and it was like my mastermind project and I did it successfully. This guy's just dumb. He's just getting wasted, doing all these things and is not even like comprehending. He's just like, yeah, I don't need to worry
Yeah.
about anything. I'm a perfectly good human. I don't even need to worry about anything. And then it's like, no, dude, like, God, like you can't be a cheater and stupid. Like, come on, at
Pick a
least do it
lane.
in a smart way. Come on.
I don't know. She asked when I saved them, and for some reason, I lied and told her hours ago. She clocked that and told me that if it was really hours ago, then I wasn't wasted when I did it.
True.
But she also told me she knew it wasn't hours ago because it says when the photos were saved.
Double true.
This has to be the dumbest cheater
He's stupid.
we have ever read.
And he's even more dumb for exposing himself on the internet for people to talk to him and criticize him.
He's looking for help, and
I don't
he's
think
in the
he
wrong
wants help.
place. Things went back to normal just in time for one of my friends to tell his wife about me kissing the girl at the party. And his wife told my wife. She sent me the screenshots, and those 2 days went by. I was able to deny it, but my wife reached out to the girl from the party. She knew who it was because I sent her a screenshot of me telling her that we couldn't talk anymore. Not only did the girl tell her about the kiss and the begging her to go back to the hotel, but she told her about the messages we've been sending for the days before I called for a divorce, which my wife didn't know about because I told her we only started talking after I called that night. My wife decided she would stay with me, but things are different again. She just doesn't have any other options.
It's so sad.
This is crazy. Oh, man.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
He's clearly a stupid, stupid man.
My favorite part is when he took accountability.
Which part? When was that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he hasn't done that.
You must be thinking of a
Yeah,
different story.
that's not this one.
Unfortunate.
She drills me with questions, and anything she feels is a lie, she asks the other girl. After the last time I said something to her that wasn't fully true, she told me I was on my last chance because she had given me far too many already. All right. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Love to see it.
All right. And like, kudos to her because this man's going to use his last chance.
You
Quickly.
think he's gonna use it up like with another girl.
He's like, I love you, wife.
Aw.
I'm going to just stay with you forever.
Yeah.
And then does something with his ex.
Yeah. You're gonna give me another chance to get the thrill of cheating on you? Aw.
Aw, I appreciate it. Fun fact, if you're in a polyamory relationship, you won't have that thrill because everyone's going to be okay with it. But you're going to
Yeah,
still
I guess
figure out
so.
a way to F it up. I know you, OP. You're
Like,
good at that.
No, yeah, OP will F it up, not all polyamorous people.
No, OP, you're good at effing it up.
Yeah.
Now I'm flying my wife over my Christmas past to visit me in Europe. She doesn't trust me to go out anymore because of all of this, which is understandable. He gets it.
Yeah. Aw.
I'm also passing away to see her and spend time with her, and this way she'll be here for Christmas and her first anniversary and her birthday. I'm excited, but nervous.
Yeah, you freaking should be.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is bad. She hasn't been eating because she's trying to lose weight fast. She won't show her face on FaceTime until her makeup's done. She doesn't joke like she used to, and even she is nervous to see me. I'm just so stressed about this and don't know what to do anymore. I won't divorce her myself because I was the one that made the mistakes, and that is for her to decide to do.
Stupid.
Where did they find this guy?
And you're defending our country? You're saying all that and you're in charge of defending our country?
He's in the army.
I don't know what they do. Don't they
It
defend our
would
country?
be more worrisome if he was like in the Air Force or like a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
I would be like,
Wow.
oh,
Do they just do more over there?
quick breakdown.
Terrier.
Anyways, so I also love her too much and I don't want to leave her. I'm scared she doesn't actually love me. And we have a freaking update.
Okay.
This is my favorite part because whenever a person first posts,
yeah.
they're blindly just putting out there everything that's coming in their minds and they're putting it on paper.
Uh-huh.
And the second time they post, They get hit with reality.
Dude, yeah.
And then they have to face it.
They
and
have
then
to
they have
face
to
it.
defend
'Cause
themselves.
you know that all the comments under that story were crazy, ripping him apart.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, what do you think he should do? He's the one that messed up, so she now has to decide.
Dude, I don't know. Like,
I think that's really
I
stupid.
I honestly think that this man should just stay in the army,
Yeah.
work out a little harder, and never talk to a woman
Yeah.
ever again.
I think that should be part of the training, is to just chop off the bits, just like, get neutered or whatever. I think that should be a part of your training.
Oh my gosh.
I think we should get you.
No. Let's not
Nah.
do that. I think he shouldn't talk to women for like at least 3 years.
Okay.
He could come back if
He
he
could
didn't
come back.
talk to a woman for
Maybe.
3 years.
Okay. I'll give him a chance. Then chopping him off. I remember getting into an argument one time, like with an ex, and it was like, I did something wrong, but like I didn't think it was that bad, but then it was like a huge deal. And it
Oh,
was like, okay, well, maybe we should just break up then. Like, if I'm just like, if this hurts you and like, I'm sorry I did this, but like clearly we're not, I'm just hurting you. And then he was like, well, what, you're just gonna mess it up and then leave? Well, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I think that's what needs to
Yeah.
happen in these situations, because you
It's
can't
so-
just, like, if there's something like this is not something that's just like oh, sorry, I messed up. It's like the smallest thing, and so I'm gonna dip. No, you messed up big time, dude. Like, you're a
Yeah.
scummy guy, and you gotta get out of there.
I mean, a lot of maturity has to happen. But
Yeah.
here's the freaking update.
All right.
On my last post, when I explained my mistakes, I was told several times that it was clear she wouldn't divorce me, so I needed to do it myself and tell her it was because she deserves someone better,
There you
which
go.
I truly do believe.
Okay.
However, even after everything she found out, she told me she was willing to try and work on these things together. But she said she's given me way too many chances, and the next mistake that happens, she'll cut off my bits, which I think is fair, I guess.
I agree.
I never had spicy sleep with this chick from the bar. This from the bar? Is this from the earlier?
I think the bar that
The one he
girl
kissed?
yeah.
Okay, okay. I was like, another one? Granted, I asked to, but bottom line is, I didn't. We just kissed and talked. For those who don't know, in the military, adultery is against the law.
Interesting. Is the punishment cutting off the bits?
Can we find this man's email and then backtrack to his phone number and then figure out a way? Because I feel like
We could get him prosecuted for sure.
a very valuable lesson this young man can learn is consequences.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs. People need more consequences. Let's give people more consequences.
The last person in our section who got caught cheating went from an E7 to an E1 and now lives in barracks at 53 years old.
53?
Oh my gosh. My wife has all the power in the world to do the same to me if she wanted to. She literally has 109 screenshots saved to an album just in case.
Dang,
It
dude.
should be 109 reasons to leave this man.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're
feel
close.
Yeah. I have hope,
yeah,
but I don't really feel it. I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
But I have hope. I want you to hold on to that feeling so that it comes true.
Back to the topic of my wife visiting. She told me that I needed to get an STD test because of big issues with AIDS here. She said she wasn't even willing to kiss me if I didn't, as many STDs are transferable by mouth. Smart woman. Normally, I would take a test, no problem. However, here I can't. It would be an automatic Article 15 and open case because of the infidelity rule. Dude, just go
Mm.
somewhere else.
Well, I mean, he might be deployed and might not be able to, like, just go to the store.
Dude,
You know?
go to the
Or
store.
go to, like, a,
I don't care, man. Like, figure it out. I told my wife this and that she would either need to trust me or get herself tested when she gets back home if that's a big deal for her. I get that telling her she should just test herself may have been harsh, but I really don't have anything to test for. Edit. My wife sent me a clinic in the city. We will be staying near there so it can be done completely privately. As soon as she is here, I will be going and getting tested. She said, I know you aren't too stupid to use Google. Pull your big fat skull out from between your butt cheeks and think.
Yes, I agree.
Hope you all are enjoying my because I'll take it for as long as I have to.
Stupid.
Also, I'm fully aware I deserve it, but my dang wife has been ruthlessly mean. For example, when I told her I would be unable to get the test and why, this is her response. So you mean to say maybe you shouldn't have done what you did? It's like your literal job? Does it make you worried that all you effed me over and I have all the power in the world to take everything away from you because of it? And not just a wasted kiss, but begging for spicy sleep with another girl, talking to her for multiple days by going out of your way and using your friend's phone and secret apps? Like, I thought at the very least you cared about losing your career. At least when I asked you why you wouldn't cheat before, you literally said, because I would lose everything and I love you. But you couldn't care less about losing everything. To you, it was effing worth it, you disgusting pig. But like I said, if you won't get tested, I'm not doing anything with you. I don't want your STDs. Also, don't ever tell me I need to trust you again. She's been bullying me a bit in subtle ways, telling me things like, I wish I had your shoulders. They're just so nice and feminine. And your confidence is a bit too tall for you right now. By the way, you'll never be short enough to ride the OK Storytime roller coaster. Anyone at any size can ride it, as long as you're above 4 feet and 11 inches. Sorry for all those that aren't. The way to get on this ride is going on your favorite podcast platform, searching up OK Storytime, and boom, you're on the ride. And it could be on the Apple ride, Spotify ride, or the iHeartRadio ride. Your choose. Angie, what do you think of this woman's commentary?
I think it was nice. He was like, yeah, I'm so terrible and I should be so, I
It's
deserve,
just being mean
I
to me.
deserve all of the things that are so wrong. She's totally deserving of this. I totally get it. But also she's being ruthless to me. She is not holding back. And all she was saying was, what, you don't want to go get tested because you're going to get caught for what you did? For the thing that you did to me? You don't want to go get tested because there's an infidelity law that you broke. You broke the law and you're going to get caught for it? Like, that's not...
That's on you, man.
Yeah, because honestly, at first it got me for a second. And I was thinking like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess like, because if there's no STDs and he comes back clean, like, you know, he would lose his job even if there's like nothing. But I remembered like a second later, like the reason we're getting these STD tests is because there was infidelity. And we want to be sure. I mean, come on, dude.
She really likes to ask if I'm keeping up or if she needs to go back and explain in a simpler way for me when she's talking about really normal stuff that most people know.
I love this bullying. This is when I approve of bullying.
And the one that really digs in is, you may have the size to cheat, but I can't believe you're so willing to show another person how fast you finish.
Oh,
if I were you, that's the last thing I'd be willing to do. That's so embarrassing for you. That one stings. But if it helps her blow off steam, then it's okay. It just makes me nervous because she's generally pretty vanilla. And now, all of a sudden, she's interested in trying non-vanilla.
So here's the thing, dude. We gotta look at the psychology behind this, okay?
What does even happen?
I think he is so, like, otherworldly in a way that, like, the other world is way worse. You know what I mean? Like, he's out of this world in a stupid way. He's on a stupid planet.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand anything about human emotions at all.
Yeah.
What he's missing is that there's so many things that she's doing besides like telling him off that are because of his cheating, that are like his doing.
That's true.
Her not showing her face on camera because she's insecure and doesn't want to be seen without makeup on. Insecurity. And it's like she's telling him off, acting all big because she should. But at the same time, like, yeah, obviously it's going to affect you on like a personal, deeper level. Like, she's hurt by this. She's not just big and strong and just bullying you because she's like having fun. Like, she's hurt. And her being like insecure about like her weight and stuff is to the point where she's not eating. And then the fact that she's trying to try things that are like non-vanilla and more spicy in bed, that is 100% because she feels insecure about her performance.
Yeah.
And she feels like she's not good enough for you. She heard about what you're doing with these other girls. Like, dude, you are so stupid.
I didn't see a part where you asked her if she's doing okay.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'll take it. No, you're just waiting for it to be over. Like, you're just waiting for her to
you're
like,
biding
yeah.
your time, man.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, well, I love her so much and I think she deserves better, but I'm not gonna break up with her. That's her decision.
He just doesn't want to do anything.
He's just, yeah, you just don't want to do anything. Like, you're just so freaking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
But we got another one. Hopefully won't trigger Angie so much.
That one got me.
Yeah.
Just hearing it from his perspective is wild.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
So wild.
He thought he was looking for help.
I think it's hard when it's like you can't really ask for help when you're not willing to hear the actual right answer. Here's how I effed everything up. How can I just go on like nothing happened? Even though this is this happening. And she hurt my feelings. She hurt my feelings because she's being mean to me because I freaking cheated on her.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, we got another story. We got to get off of that.
My husband's ex sent fake messages to make me think he was cheating.
Did you fall for it?
I, female 26, got a message saying my husband, male 28, is cheating on me. The message was from his ex-girlfriend's best friend. By the way, this comes from Serenity Flower and Throwaway Depop. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Vincent.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. So a bit of background. He and I have been together 6 years. We have a pretty solid relationship. Never get into arguments with each other. He's very open and will openly express how he's feeling or what he's thinking. And we're always on the same page of things. Before we got together, husband lived across the country about 4 states away. We met because of a work course and we hit it off right away. So kept in touch for the next year via text until he decided he wanted to be with me. So he transferred his job over to the city I lived in.
So romantic. Or was he running away from something?
We've been together ever since, and things have been dandy. A year before we dated, husband dated this chick, Charlene, for about 2 years until she left him.
How old was she? 87?
Yeah, why is she named Charlene? All the Charlenes out there is a lovely name. I knew about her, but have never met her or even given her a thought until a few months into our relationship when husband received a text from her.
Are you sure? Or was it a carrier pigeon?
Yeah. Or did she telegraph him? Charlene texted him to say she thinks I hacked into her social media profiles. He asked her why this was, and she didn't give much of a reason other than to say she's been hacked. And the only possible person who could have done it is your girlfriend, who I hate. So I handed over my devices to husband to show him I definitely did not hack into any of her profiles. I don't even know how to do that. So he texted her saying, sorry, but it wasn't me. And he didn't know who it was, and that was that. Then a few days later, husband started getting weird texts and calls from people he didn't know, saying odd, vulgar things. We didn't know why, till his friend told him Charlene posted a status with his phone number saying, this person has hacked into my profiles and is stalking me. This girl's crazy.
Nah, she's got to let the world know. Some people function by any thought they get in their head, they put it on social media.
They're like, I need to tell the world.
And
even
if they
though
don't,
it's not a true thought.
Yes, and if they don't do that, they'll implode.
Well, it seems like that's Charlene. Husband doesn't have her on social media, so he had no idea. Nothing really came of it. He managed to block the numbers, and thankfully the intimidation didn't last. Flash forward to 5 years now, and we haven't heard from or about Charlene at all, and promptly forgot about it. Husband's sister just had a baby in the town husband originally came from, where Charlene lives. And since he hasn't been there in 6 years, we decided to go down to see his family.
Okay.
Oh.
He has a secret family.
Oh no. I hope not. Charlene's been waiting there with 5 kids. She's
Oh my gosh.
Where were you? We go down and everything's cool. He reaches out to some of his old pals to say hey, and we meet a few of them. Over the next few days, I get random friend requests from girls I don't know. 2 girls who are from this small town. It shows husband isn't a mutual friend with any of them. And I ask him who these girls are. And he says he doesn't really know. But one seems familiar and he might have gone to school with one. I think it's weird and just delete the requests.
Great. That is what a normal person would do.
Yes, let's keep up that energy. Then the next night, I get a message request on the gram. It's from a different girl I don't know that also lives in this town. She straight up tells me she knows my husband from childhood and he's been messaging her on Tinder.
Break up with your husband.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta believe her. Gotta believe this random girl.
Why would she lie to you? What does she have to gain from this?
She sends me screenshots of my husband messaging her saying he's around and wants to hook up or something. I immediately show my husband, of course, and right away he drops what he's doing and hands me his phone unlocked, tells me that isn't him, and he wants me to go through his phone so that I feel reassured.
Or it is, and he deleted it knowing this would happen.
Yeah, he's like, I was suspecting this the whole time. I've planned for this.
You know what? That's
Nope,
enough for
not.
me. I'm out. And I'm out
for
for
that,
that, Sharks. Wait, is that how you say it? How do you say it?
Yeah, same. And for that, Sharks, I'm out. We were on the same page. That was like a basic Kajink.
Or we'll be on the same investment.
Yeah. I go through everything. Messages, the gram, social media, etc. I look at his apps. There's no Tinder. I go to his search bar. Still no Tinder. He opens his app store to show me it's not downloaded. He downloaded Tinder and entered his phone number into the login. From where I'm from, if you go to login and type in your number, it just sends you a code to log in with. And it didn't have his number registered.
Okay.
He's pulling out all the stops.
That's what I'm saying.
He's pulling out all the, he's like, please, I'm not lying.
Type 1 if we believe the husband. Type 2 if we do not.
He's either the best liar in the world or he is stressed out. by
Oh my
this.
gosh. Sorry, godmother, Jennifer, check Wi-Fi logs. Just saying. How do you know this? I talked about this before.
Yeah.
How do you also know this? Because you can check the Wi-Fi logs to see so if you're an administrator
Yeah.
on your Wi-Fi, you can check and see what users have been on it. And usually on the phone, you know how you name your phone? You can see what things have been on what Wi-Fis. Yeah. And the way to do that is if you reset the router and then you have the passcodes and everything, and then you can see.
Oh, dang.
Look up a
Hack.
tutorial.
Hack.
Yeah.
Life hack.
How to check if your husband's cheating via Wi-Fi.
But we got a little bit more. We look at the messages again, and he recognizes the girl as one of Charlene's best friends from college. Now, there are a few odd things with the Tinder screenshots this chick sends me. It says husband's account is verified with a little check mark. His profile picture on Tinder is a really old one from his brother's, the Blue app, like 3 or 4 years old. His brother is the only one still friends with Charlene on the Blue app, and it's the only lone photo of husband on brother's profile. It's a photo husband actually hates because he's not smiling and it has his tongue out, but his brother keeps it up anyway to bug him despite husband asking him to delete it to no avail.
That's just brother activity.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm going to keep it up because you hate it.
Wait till Tate figures out about all the burner accounts that have in his name.
The way husband talks in the Tinder screenshot is a bit different than how he usually texts me in general. It's very expressive. Hey! Exclamation point, exclamation point. How are you? Question mark, question mark. Remember me? Question mark, smiley face. And he usually doesn't type like that. But here's the one thing that's just weird that makes me feel uneasy. The message exchanges on Tinder are throughout the day gradually and not back and forth right away. It just happens that whenever husband replies, it was the only 2 times we weren't together during the day.
I am screaming on the inside.
Oh my goodness.
How-
I thought I knew what was going on, but now I don't.
How the did she do that?
Yeah.
That is so
she's-
concerning.
She's a magician. She's a magician, or
Magician?
OP is,
More like a magician would do this.
yeah.
They wouldn't be playing with cards. Maybe a psychic could
Nope.
do this. You'd think
He's
a
a
magician would
magician.
do it. What do you think would do this, Keon? What kind of profession would know how to do this?
I'm Vincent.
You're a magician.
Some people are saying it's the brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes sense.
the brother's inside trading and letting the girl
Mhm,
know
mhm,
when it
mhm.
is doing it. How did the brother get tied up into all this then?
I don't know. He's
I
still
don't
friends
know.
with Charlene. Like this. Husband at 2:30 p.m. Hey, how are you? Remember me? Girl. Yeah, hey, what's up? Husband at 4:54. Not much, just visiting my sister. So at 2, I had ran to the grocery store and I was texting husband what I should grab for his sister's house. That's why I know the time.
Okay.
I feel like sister or brother or both are in on this.
Yeah. Everyone, please
Yeah.
put in your conspiracies. Right now, I'm getting stalker.
Yeah, sister, brother, or stalker. That's what I'm thinking.
I
Mm.
hardly know her.
Sister, brother, stalker.
Yeah. Also, purple suit guy wouldn't do this. Jonathan Molo would not do
No, he would not.
He's a sweetie.
this. I
He
love
was
him.
very nice. At 4-ish, we arrive at Sister's, and after helping with supper, husband uses the bathroom. He's not in there long, but I sent him a text with the poop emoji to be silly. That was at 4:53. So the fact that it's around the same times where I'm not around him is unnerving, though the screenshots show they talk for longer after, but I can't see the times for the rest of the combos, and frankly, I don't want to message this girl and ask for more because it all seems sketchy. Anyways, husband has never really been on his phone in general this whole trip, so it's not like I see him sitting in the corner and constantly texting. The people we met up with from his school the other day are close friends with Charlene and the girl who messaged me, so they could have easily told them we were there and we were visiting his sister. Why are they still friends with him? Or friends with Charlene? She's like actively trying to break y'all up. It's a bit of a weird coincidence that this girl who's friends with Charlene happens to reach out to me while we are down for the first time in 6 years, specifically to visit his sister. There's no such thing as coincidences. I think the sister is involved.
But why? Why are they against OP?
I don't know. Maybe they just really want Charlene to be with her brother.
I was about to say.
We also just purchased a condo together 3 days before, So it doesn't make sense at all why husband would decide to cheat on me now. Not to mention why he would decide to hook up with Charlene's friend while I'm with him on this trip. Why would he use that super old photo from the Blue app that Charlene has access to? Plus, he surrendered his phone immediately and showed me everything once I talked to him.
Maybe it's for the condo.
What?
It's the long haul.
Yeah, he's like, I needed help renting this.
No, I thought they bought it.
Oh, they bought. Well, I needed help buying it then.
I don't know. I think the condo has something to do
I
with
needed
this.
money. The only thing that rattles my brain is the profile verification and the times the messages were sent. It is so easy.
Sorry, I know this sounds bad, but I like how you watch like a crime show and it's
Yeah.
like, this wasn't a self-unaliving.
Yeah.
This is a homicide. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, these two inconsistencies
Yeah.
are showing.
That's what's going on right here. But I feel like it's really easy to Photoshop photos.
Yeah,
So,
especially today.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much you can do with AI.
There's an update.
Yeah, everyone, please. I'm seeing there's another
Yeah.
phone. It's not hubby. It's the
Yeah.
brother. What's happening?
I think it's one of the siblings or both of the siblings.
All three
working with them.
conspiring. Yeah. Yeah, let me know, guys. Two phones. That would make sense.
Well, we've got an update. Messaged this girl saying, oh, that's weird because husband actually didn't have his phone on him the last few days since he dropped it. Her response was, oh, okay. Welcome.
What? So
What does that
you
mean?
called her bluff off,
Yeah, she's like,
and she didn't know how to respond to it.
all right then. Cool.
I don't know. I would respond smarter than this if we
Yeah.
were conspiracying.
Like, he has another phone. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, right?
Relevant comments. Ruthless Bunny says, have you ever thought your husband cheated? If not, he seems to be going out of his way to make you comfortable, which shows that he is honest. Ignore the whole situation. These girls are working overtime to mess with you. Keep an eye peeled when you get home, but I'll bet that it's a bunch of nothing. OP says, no, the only thing that totally throws me off is the times on the messages. Charlene has cheated on him back then. Charlene cheated on him? Why is she so desperate to get back with this guy that she cheated on? She was like, I realized after I cheated on you that you were the one, and I know it crushed him. Plus, he's gone out of his way to live with me 4 states away. Not to mention plenty of other things. Definitely doesn't make sense that he would cheat. But of course, I don't want to be naive. No spouse wants to believe they are being cheated on. I'm the Unicorn says, I think his ex is a psycho.
Oh, sorry. There was a comment here. Christina the Greek says, can you change your name on Tinder? Could it be a verified account that has just changed the name and
That's
the
a
pic?
good point.
I think the brother and Charlene are on it. I like that. Makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be some way that you can just change
Could
your
you
name.
could you look that up, Keon?
Yeah.
Like copy that and see if
Can
if
you
that's
change
the
your
case.
name in Tinder? We do have an update 4 days later. But yeah.
Whoever's doing this,
Terrible. They have too much time on their hands.
they do, and the
All
only
right.
way. Oh yeah,
Here you go.
what you got?
No, you cannot directly change your name on an existing Tinder account. Name and age are locked once the account is created. To change your name, you must delete your current account, losing all matches and messages, and create a new one.
Oh well, then someone could easily do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The verification is only on the photo, so you have to like verify it.
Oh.
Sean knows. Sean's in tech. Sean knows what's up.
Well, yeah, that would feel like that would be pretty easy to verify then.
I don't know. I
Thanks.
am so
Curious.
yeah. Like why?
Why? Why are we doing all of this? What is the point?
Usually verified accounts, you have to send your ID in. So this is suspicious.
It
And
is suspicious.
Amanda
Did
says
they
the fact that he
steal his
went to the
ID?
App Store and you show that it never been downloaded, you can't fake that. Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
Sadly, you can't do that. So
Sadly.
yeah, the brother has to be in on it if he got his ID.
Agreed. Update 2 4 days later. So it's not too big of an update, but it's enough to definitely confirm my husband is totally innocent and witches be crazy. So a few days have gone by since that woman messaged me. And I was telling my sister-in-law about the whole thing as we were visiting them last night, and I showed her the messages from that crazy chick. Now, in my original, I mentioned how I'd been getting follow requests on the gram from girls I didn't know in that town and just proceeded to ignore them. This is true, but I realized I got a detail mixed up.
Oh.
The woman who messaged me to say husband was cheating had messaged me through the Blue app, not the gram, my bad. So anyways, I show sister-in-law the Blue app message from that girl, and she asks who she is. Husband said he didn't recognize her name at all, but her face seems familiar. So he thinks it must be Charlene's bestie from college. He had only briefly met her once right before the split. Sister-in-law mentions how strange it is that the name is so generic and how there's absolutely nothing on the Blue app profile.
Oh, interesting. So it's a fake account.
The blue app was something like Sarah Smith, the most generic name out there. Brother-in-law goes to Charlene's app and searches to see Sarah and Charlene, aren't friends on that app. We dig through this Sarah chick some more to see there are no friends, no cover photo, no statuses, birthday, nothing. Fake account. And it says the blue app profile was created the day she met me.
See, that's the problem with scamming people on Instagram or the blue app.
Yeah.
Is you gotta be consistent for at least a couple of years before people buy into it.
Yeah. You have to plan your scam for 2 years.
Or buy an account that's
Yeah.
dead.
Hey, you know what? For some people, it's like throwing like at the wall. Will it stick?
Yeah.
It like sometimes it just sticks the first time.
Yeah, they're like, I didn't actually need to try that hard. You just believed me.
You gave me your credit card information just like that.
That
All right.
was so easy. We think it's definitely Charlene behind that account. She specifically made it to reach out and message me. I just never thought to view her profile at all. Someone in the thread comments before had mentioned to me maybe those girls on the gram trying to add me might be fake accounts made by Charlene or her friends. I thought there's no way she would go that far and just thought nothing of it. But maybe they were right. Because it was about an hour after I denied the gram followed that Sarah Smith messaged me on the blue app. Pretty danging evidence. But folks, you can follow us by listening to full episodes with stories just like this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. Just search up OK Storytime. There is a teeny tiny little bit left.
And the blue app is the FB profile, by the way.
Yeah.
Blue app, FB, the gram is, and
Just
then
can't say these words. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. We get banned.
okay. So the reason why we can't say platforms now is because we tried to upload a video to Facebook, and they literally wouldn't let us upload a video to Facebook because we had too many brands in it.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty
Facebook.
sad.
Isn't that crazy?
You just said it
You just said it
3
twice.
times.
Good. They're gonna edit this out, but good.
But we got a little bit left, folks.
I don't know, Keon. You got an idea?
What do you think?
I don't know. It sounds all at this point. Why are we
I think it's
entertaining
what they
this?
said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, I think they said all of the facts. I think these people. I think it was Charlene all along. It was Charlene all along. It's like Agatha style. She pulled this plot.
All along.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you didn't, believe it.
Yeah.
So good job. Though witches do be crazy after all. I didn't think Charlene would ever take anything that far. Faking Tinder messages? Okay. But also faking blue app profile? Y'all were right. I apologized to husband for even feeling the slightest doubt for a second. And he said it was completely fine. He understands completely and doesn't blame me. And if I ever feel uncomfortable about anything, I'm free to ask for his phone or to talk to him. But seeing as in the amount of years we've been together, I never needed to go through his phone, I don't think I'll need to start now. Now, it's a good story for us to laugh at, and jokes on Charlene, because this just ended up making us closer than before. Joke's on you, Charlene. You thought you could break us up, but we're just stronger.
My girlfriend hangs out with my roommate in his room when I go to sleep.
Oh, that's sus.
My girlfriend, 20 female, and I, 22 male, have been together since high school. We go to the same college, and she basically lives with me. We live in a 4-bedroom apartment with 3 other guys. My roommate and I hang out a lot with my girlfriend, but she gets along especially well with one. We'll call him Chet. By the way, this comes from Mona Lisa Saperstein, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Carly.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, Chet is really close with my girlfriend. When I go to sleep, I go to bed really early, she goes and hangs out in his room. When I ask her about it, she tells me what good friends they are and goes into detail about how she could just never even imagine his lips touching hers, that it makes her sick to think about. Part of me believes her, but part of me wonders why she goes into such detail about how repulsed she is by this idea. Recently, they got into a fight because his girlfriend doesn't like my girlfriend.
I wonder why.
It's still a mystery.
This fight ended in him buying her favorite snacks and leaving them on our bed.
Wait, what?
He bought
He bought OP's girlfriend,
roommate. Yeah. Or girlfriend, yeah.
not his own girlfriend.
I would be pissed. I'd be like, where the F is my sweet treat, huh?
Also, like, if they live in a 4-bedroom place, like, why? They don't have, like, a common area?
Nope, it's just their beds. It's just their beds and maybe a kitchen.
This seems like way too intimate to just be friends to me, but I'm afraid to flat out ask her if they're sleeping together. I don't want to ruin our relationship over them just having a nice friendship. I don't know what to do. Am I the a-hole? You seem way too calm about this.
Yeah, that's how I would be too, though. I'd be like,
Yeah.
am I just like overreacting?
And they're like, his girlfriend really doesn't like my girlfriend. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I think the best way to go about this, OP, is first and foremost, tell your girlfriend you're uncomfortable that your own girlfriend, hangs out in your roommate's room after you go to bed. Like, why is she doing that?
Yeah. Top relevant comments. Seth W95 says, if both you and his girlfriend have an issue with it, I think there might be something to your suspicion, OP. All for Gobi says, as a person named Chet, I apologize on behalf of the other Chet. And he might totally be doing your girlfriend. It's totally a Chet thing to do. Chet, what are you doing? Commenter Chet, what are you doing?
I knew,
Commenter Chet just outs himself.
I only known like one Chet.
You
in
know
my
a
life.
Chet.
Yeah.
Never have I ever met a Chet.
I knew him in high school, and I would say this is a Chet thing to do. I wasn't
Maybe
friends
this
with
is-
him.
Maybe this is your Chet.
The only Chet in the
Roommate's
world.
Girlfriend's
Probably.
roommate. That's
Maybe. Chet is a hard name to find these days.
what I'm saying.
Chet.
Commenter 3 says, I think it's interesting that his girlfriend doesn't like your girlfriend. Does she have a reason for this? Or does she suspect the same thing that you suspect? Sam's on it says, yeah, I think perhaps OP should confront her about this to know if they have the same feeling. The Mockingbird says, pretend to go to bed and stay up instead. Wait a few hours. Catching them in the act will certainly clear things up. Confronting her will probably make her and him stop or be more cautious, assuming she is cheating in this scenario. Rook8875 says, alright dude, here's your game plan. Go to bed. Say you aren't feeling well. She'll go to his room. You enter after a bit. If it's clear and they're just chilling, go in and say that you're feeling sick and need help so they don't think you were trying to catch them. If they are doing something, you caught them and then you know. The main thing you want to do is just limit the negatives out of this. If they aren't doing anything and they see you go into the room, it shows the distrust and that will impact your relationship. So having a solid reason why to go in there covers you. We have an update 2 days later. Thanks for all the comments and encouragement. No, I did not set up a spy cam or try to walk in on them. I chickened out. I think because deep down, I didn't want to catch them in the act. Turns out I didn't need to. I stayed quiet about it, which wasn't too hard because I was really busy with school this week anyway. Last night, my girlfriend told me we should throw a party at our apartment. I didn't really want to, but I figured why the heck not? I could stand to get pretty wasted anyway. So last night, we invited a ton of people over, which is not out of the ordinary for us, and my girlfriend invited her best friend. It started out as just a normal party until Chet got raging wasted and announced to everyone that he had just broken up with his girlfriend of 3 years. That girlfriend was of 3 years. That girlfriend was of 3 years and was that calm.
Whoa.
So I did something sort of manipulative that I'm not totally proud of. I told my girlfriend's best friend, I'll call her Kim, that she should hook up with Chet. I knew that was going.
Why?
We had all been drinking a lot, and I sort of suspected she was down for Chet anyway. She agreed enthusiastically. Cut to Chet sitting on our couch with Kim, quite literally on top of him, making out. I pointed this out to my girlfriend, telling her it would be so great if our best friends dated each other. My girlfriend lost it. Like, completely lost it. She started screaming and pushing Kim off of Chet, telling her she couldn't believe both of them would do that. She ended up stopping the whole party because she made such a scene, and I just stood there and watched. When she finally snapped out of it and realized everyone was staring at her, I thanked her for confirming what I already knew, told her to get the F out of my house. That was last night. I'm still sort of in shock it went down like that. I went to bed right after, and I haven't talked to anyone about it yet this morning. I don't really know how I can look Chet in the face after this, so I haven't left my room yet. And we have another update, but wow.
That just got so juicy in the amount of like
That was
2
a
minutes.
movie.
And I could see it all happening.
I can. That's insane, though. Wow.
Yeah.
Clever, OP. Clever.
Yeah.
Update 2. 4 days later.
Ooh.
You should get back. OP, you should have hooked up
You
with
should
Chet.
date Chet.
You
That's
should
what I
date Chet.
thought.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
That's been what it was the whole
Tell
time.
me what's wrong with that.
OP's like,
right now.
my girlfriend's really into Chet's lips, but I get it. I want Chet's lips.
Who doesn't want Chet's lips?
Apparently everybody, even Kim. 4 days later, basically after I kicked my girlfriend out of our party, I assumed we would all lay low for a few days. I was wrong. The day after the party, my roommate, I decided to call him Chet, knocked on my door and tried to talk, but I ignored him. Less than an hour later, the ex-girlfriend sends me a long text. At first apologizing, then explaining that her Chet couldn't have been avoided.
What?
Because while I was a good boyfriend, I study and sleep too much. She then told me she would be willing to work through this if I was willing to try to be better and pay more attention to her. I didn't respond to the text.
That's mind-blowing.
But
I mean, huh? What? Literally what?
that's insane though. If I'll consider that we can stay together, but like you actually need to be better, not me who was boinking your roommate.
Right?
Like maybe I'll still do that, but you should pay more attention to
It was
me too.
inevitable. We couldn't help that, you were just so bad at everything. And we were just so good.
sleeping.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't help it that you just were sleepy all the time, and we were just night owls. It was bound to happen. Like, what?
I don't even know. But you guys can be night owls and listen to more stories with episodes just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio, search up OK Storytime. You can listen at night, you can listen during the day. You can just keep the episodes going forever and ever and ever. We just have a little bit of love. You got the answers. You got them. That night I had a dinner with my parents that I couldn't miss, that the ex knew about. I came home to find all of her stuff taken out of my room. I figured, okay, she got the hint and moved her stuff back to her dorm. Oh my god, it's gonna be in Chet's
It's
room.
gonna be in Chet's room.
Wrong. I noticed later when Chet's door was open, she had actually moved her stuff into his room. I haven't seen either of them. I think they've been out of the apartment to avoid me. I don't even know how to feel. Honestly, the breakup is so raw, even though we haven't really had the chance to break up. And I'm so angry at both of them, but strangely miss them at the same time.
Oof.
That is the end.
OP, get out of that entire place. Get out of that. I know that's your living situation, but ask someone if you can move to a different dorm or what have you, because get the heck out of there.
Get the heck out. We were way too nonchalant about that whole situation going on.
That was
To be
crazy.
more chalant.
That was crazy to move all of her stuff into Chet's room. Like,
Right? Like, girl, get out of the apartment. At least, like,
just, go away.
I don't care if you're going to be all, like, rude and date Chet still, but, like, don't do this
in front of
Like,
me,
what are we
literally
doing?
right next door. Like, you
Right
walk
next
2 feet and
door.
I'm right there. I can probably
Insane.
hear you. Like, that's so nasty. Why?
My boyfriend's spicy role plays turned me off.
Not matching each other's freak right now.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, 25 female, and my boyfriend is Sam, 29 male. We met through a mutual friend on a night out 5 years ago. I really liked him as soon as I met him, and he really liked me back. We became a couple pretty quickly, and for the first year, things were great. By the way, this comes from user Cheating RP, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Angie.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily to you, but we also don't know everything, so, think about that. And also, if you know things, tell us them in the comments. Tell us your story. OP says, we moved in together after 7 months. To be honest, we haven't had many problems in our 5 years of being together.
only one major fight we had when I was 23, and we broke up for about a month. Nobody slept with anyone else or flirted or anything like that. We both just became pretty depressed without each other. At the 2-year mark, he bought the game World of Warcraft. A lot of my friends play it, so I wasn't worried, even though I did know how addictive it is. He started playing all the time. Literally all the time. If he was busy raiding and I made dinner, he would refuse to stop playing and eat. If I wanted to watch our favorite show, he wouldn't come to watch it. He preferred playing than having spicy sleep. He would stay up until all hours of the morning to play, and skip work, too. I had to voice my opinion on it eventually and told him I hated how he was constantly ignoring me for the game. I thought this was a really exaggerated way of playing. He told me he didn't really care and he was having a really fun time with his guild friends and told me to butt out of his gaming life. Dang, I'll butt out of your whole life.
I have a feeling where this is going. Is the roleplay gonna be one of the World of Warcraft characters?
Oh.
Can you imagine? He wants to do nothing but play World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
And if
24/7.
Yeah, and if he starts like initiating or asking for some sort of role play, it's like, babe, how about we bring my World of Warcraft problem into our bedroom?
More like World of Our Craft. Yeah.
That would be a pretty hard sell.
That would be crazy.
Babe, the only way you're gonna get me away from that video game is if you're the video game.
Yeah.
And I play you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be Scoreblock the Destroyer, and you will be Indalina the Magus of Bindleshire.
Sure.
Were you like
No.
heavily into?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, as a child.
You're still a child.
I actually was thinking about that the other day, that's definitely a big reason why my brain is wired the way it was. Because
Shocking.
I discovered World of Warcraft at 9 years old, which is basically like giving a 9-year-old, like, crack. You know, like, that was unfair.
I have nothing to add. I have no personal experience.
I was furious, but I let it slide for some strange reason. After about 2 months, I told him this was going to stop or I was going to leave him. Hooray for me! He canceled his account. It came from him, so I was over the moon. Things got much, much better. He didn't play again for a long time. In fact, he just reactivated his account at the beginning of the year. His friend bought him a game card so that they could play together again, and because he seemed so excited to see how different the game was, I didn't comment on it. Things weren't as bad as they used to be. He plays now, quite a lot, but definitely less than he used to. He prioritizes a lot of things before the game now, like me, work, dinner, and TV shows. I was pretty content with the way things were. He only played 3 hours a day max, and I had my own things to do in the meantime. That was until yesterday. This was when I found out some seriously effed up stuff was going on. I was sitting next to him on my own computer while he was playing, and I decided, why not watch him play? Uh-oh.
Horde or Alliance, Dakota?
Am I a Gryffindor or a Slytherin, my guy?
You're a Hufflepuff.
What? No, for the Horde. Perhaps get to know the game better and try to understand why it's so addictive. Boy, what a bad idea that was.
Oh boy.
He was role-playing. I'd heard about roleplay before, but I never thought he'd be the kind of guy to do it. I actually find it rather odd, but I'm a very supportive person of the phrase to each their own, so fair enough. I asked him what kind of roleplay it was, and he told me he was just in a market in a city called Silver something. I don't know, I've forgotten.
Do you know it?
No, he takes it very seriously. He was buying apples or something because his character was hungry. Okay. He then got very into detail and started explaining every kind of roleplay he does. He must have thought I found it interesting or something. Then he told me he also likes something he calls ERP, which is spicy role-playing, I believe. So explicit roleplay?
Or
This
erotic.
is yeah, I was gonna say that, but this is when, you know, when a girlfriend or a partner asks their boyfriend or their partner and they just get really locked in of like, I'm gonna be very vulnerable right now. I'm gonna tell you everything about the thing I really love right now, and it's gonna be 5 hours, maybe
Yeah.
5 days.
I did that with an ex once with Dark Souls Combat.
I did this with Halo the other day with Carly because she asked me, because I did like one of those like 1 minute video things of like, this is Halo, and she's like, wait, so explain like what tattoo you have, who does Keith David voice? And I went on like a 20-minute rant without even like skipping a beat. And I went, okay, hold on, I gotta stop. I'm gonna out dork you right now. And she's like, no, that's been done. You're done.
It's too late for that,
So
but
I
Has
clocked
Riley
out.
done that to you with like at least like basketball or something?
he actually recently we watched a lot of YouTube videos
Oh,
about
boy.
Fallout and
Okay.
about like the details of all the different
Vaults.
vaults and stuff.
Oh, see, yeah,
Yeah.
shout out some of those crazy vaults.
They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
We went into some other video and I wasn't that interested in that game. I don't remember what it was though, but I was like, whatever. And then,
Whatever.
and then I accidentally said that I wasn't interested in Fallout, got him mixed up, and his feelings were a little hurt. But then we watched more videos on Fallout, and then I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Fallout's pretty cool.
It's the thing
universe.
where it's like he's gonna come, like this is my boyfriend. He's
Mhm.
gonna show you his collection,
Yeah.
and you better like it. You
Right,
better
right.
hype him up.
Yeah, you better be nice.
You hype that man. Okay. I sort of just stared at him in confusion, like, you're role-playing spicy sleep in World of Warcraft? He admitted he's into that, and his character is actually quite a ladies' man. I froze. I asked specifically what he emoted, etc., and he showed me some screenshot examples. I can't tell if this bothers me. I can't tell if I think it's cheating or not, but it's up to me to set boundaries for myself, so I'm confused. I didn't like the fact that he was emoting all these spicy things and even going into detail about his rusting, etc. A thrust of the sword! Yes, my character is quite the ladies' man. And no, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
I have a lot of questions before I can form a full opinion on this.
But I also feel like a fool because they're cartoons.
They're not actually cartoons. They're computer graphics that are generated by a GUI.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know. I don't even know if that's right.
Dakota's admitting something to us. He's being very vulnerable today.
Yeah, okay. The girl on the other side of the screen might be a fat, ugly man. So, should I really be mad? I do consider it in some form cheating because he is getting a little spicy and imagining doing spicy things with another woman. He told me he has jorped it over these events a couple of times.
I
You
like
can
that
say
you're-
self-pleasured, my
I
guy.
like that you're censoring a word that probably would be censored anyway. I don't know if the algorithm can catch up on those words.
He told me he's
Self-pleasuring.
he told me he was jerking the gherkin.
No.
Over these events.
Why? Worse.
He told me that he has done the bad touch. over these-
You're getting worse and worse.
Keon gave you a perfect out.
Self-stimulating, my guy.
He told me he was choking the chicken over these
Stop
events.
it.
He told me
We need to move on.
We need you to say the right thing.
I think Jorpin is fine.
It's Jorpin time.
Whatever. Ew.
He told me that he did some Mighty Jorpin Power Rangers over these events. He told
No,
me
You said it like 10
you can move on. We get it. It's okay.
what did he say?
It's pertinent information,
We
Angie.
know.
We need to know.
We know what he said.
I don't think we do.
We do.
Apparently, some girls have told him he's great and that they've been
Great. Now you've. Congratulations.
Pleasuring.
Are we going to have 10 more tries here?
that they've been just, can you put just a beep over me right now? Just a that they have been fanoodling themselves over my boyfriend's keyboard skills. Blech. I'm pretty torn. I walked away from my boyfriend after telling him I thought it was pretty weird and considered it a form of cheating. He yelled after me that I was being silly and that it was in no way cheating. Just really weird. What would you guys do? And how do I tell him to stop? Is this really weird or am I overreacting? And there are some comments here. But do we have some thoughts?
I do quite a lot. At first, I was thinking like, okay, well, if he's just playing pretend, playing to go buy some apples, just let it, that's just part of the video game.
He literally started like, yeah, I get really into it. Like, my character eats an apple.
Yeah.
I'll eat an apple.
I was like, okay, this
Okay.
is innocent.
He's like, I'm just buying apples. You have no idea what I'm going to do with these apples.
Oh, you're listening? Let's open Pandora's box right now.
Now that this is totally cheating. This is just straight up like cyber spicy sleep
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
he's doing right now
Yeah,
with random people.
100%.
Totally.
Oh, boy.
You're being silly.
Oh, no.
You're being silly, my girlfriend.
It's not the same. In the world, they're
Yeah.
like
It's-
my girlfriends, but like in the real world, you're my girlfriend. So like,
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if in his head he was like, when she sees this, she's going to start playing with me.
yeah.
I'm going to get her into World of Warcraft
He's
with
gonna join in.
with my crazy apple talk. Anyways.
This is terrible.
We've got some comments from ArcXIII. If it makes you uncomfortable, he needs to stop. Anything spicy done with another person online or in real life, I would consider cheating. Especially since he's not just role-playing, but actually touching himself. Zen Little Platypus says, fairly sure it doesn't matter how he feels about it. You feel like it's cheating, and that's a boundary for you. If you don't like the behavior, he either needs to agree to change it or you need to walk. Double Moral says, I would consider it as cheating. Replace the interface of World of Warcraft with something else like Facebook Messenger and it would be spicy texting. He is obviously getting some level of spicy satisfaction from this and is taking part in spicy activities with others. Having a layer between you in the form of WoW characters doesn't make it innocent or okay. And there's an update from a month later. Did they break up because of his wowing activities?
wow.
Sorry, babe, I can't. I'm wowing right now. Oh, I'm wowing.
And then you just hear him in the other room like,
I'm about to-
wow.
I'm about to
Wowie.
wow right now. I'm wowing.
Wowie.
Babe, I wowed.
Standing in the doorway in the middle of the night. I wowed.
I wow. Girlfriend, I just wowed.
I wowed.
Can I sleep in your bed tonight?
Okay.
Yeah, I would hope that they break up. This is cheating. This 100% is cheating.
A guy can't have a hobby.
It's like, babe, it's not me. It's actually Darth Smith, the great and powerful.
Babe, I'm doing this for us. You know how much I could sell all these apples for in real life?
Yeah.
Someone's going to buy my account because I got so many apples and so many girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying OP got into WoW and just got better than him at it, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's an update. Let's read it.
Boy.
It's a month later. Hey, not sure if you remember me, but here I am again.
Oh, we remember.
We remember.
We remember.
You can read my previous post if you want. So I appreciate all your comments very much, and it sincerely helped me a lot when it came down to confrontation. We spoke about it. He explained to me that he didn't think he was cheating because he isn't feeling for the women in the game he ERPs with. Just his character does. Yeah, but you're your character, you dumb idiot.
It's not me, it's my character.
I am angry at you for being so stupid. It's not
insane.
me. It's Gorlock the Warrior Prince
Yeah.
who's doing all this stuff. I am just simply a vessel for his spirit.
Wow, you're gonna be mad at a video game character? Pfft, that's very silly of you, girlfriend. Wow.
Now, at this point, I'm pretty fed up with all this role-playing crap. I told him his character isn't effing real. He shouldn't be feeling anything for anyone because it's an effing cartoon. I told him he was basically having spicy sleep chat with someone else, and that is definitely infidelity. He was more shocked at the fact that I insulted his roleplay than the fact that I was accusing him of cheating. He wasn't having it, and he kept insisting that it wasn't cheating. It's his character's spicy sleep life and not his. Honestly, like, removing all of the infidelity aspects, I'm just breaking up purely because of that perspective. That you've given your spicy World of Warcraft roleplay character a life of its own in your mind. I'm like, I'm never physically touching you again.
Yeah. And now I also have an issue with the fact that you're peeking in on your character's privacy. Did he give you consent to do that?
Yeah, did Gorlop the warrior man, did Gorlop the warlord conqueror,
Yeah.
is he the one
Does he know
Is
that?
is he the one? Does he inhabit your body while you do the jorpy time?
Does he know that you're watching him? Now you're just a creep watching Jorlop, whatever his name is. His intimate relations with other women.
Gorgop the Magnificent. Oh, yeah. Okay. I explained if he was acting this same way with someone over text, it would definitely be cheating. So why should it be different just because it's in a game? That question led up to him explaining for over 2 hours the concept of role play. Now, I respect anyone who role plays, to each their own, but come on. He was basically giving me BS excuses at this point, telling me that he only wanks it because he thinks these blood elves or whatever are better looking than anything he has in real life.
Rude. Wow.
Dude, World of Warcraft graphics are that good, man. I haven't played it in a long time, but it can't be that good, man.
It's like I'm not into smooth people. I'm into pixels.
Yeah.
I'm into
Give me that
choppy.
18-bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is so bad for this guy, man. Okay, I see. How can I ever compete with a bunch of pixels, right? Yeah. So I decided to go undercover.
What? Why are we still entertaining this?
Yeah.
Wait.
She's going to get in there and be
Wait,
like,
was I right?
she's gonna be like,
I think you might have been.
Gorlop, your sword is weak. He's going to be like, what? She's going to reject him in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to see if he would go along with it if a girl were to start talking out of her character and hit on him, not the character. At this point, I was still very determined to save our relationship, but after the following events, it wasn't going to happen. We did ERP without him knowing it was me. I ran to my best friend's house who knew the situation and borrowed her World of Warcraft account. I have to admit, I think she was a little confused, but she understood how I didn't want to just let him go. No, she was being a good friend, but she was like, babe, you gotta leave. What are you doing? It's already time to leave, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, Gorlop is a fully grown man who has rights.
And urges.
Gorlop is real to me.
he has feelings.
And his needs are real to me.
I feel like this friend just really just wanted to see the tea. I probably would do that. Be like, this is crazy. You should definitely break up with him, but like, why not?
Let's
Let's
have this happen.
Yeah.
After the ERP, where I've never felt more dumb or idiotic in my entire life, I tried asking more in-person and out-of-character questions. He told me he was single. We didn't break up, though. He told me he was fit and goes to the gym regularly, and he's actually a pretty big guy and never, ever goes to the gym or does any exercise. He told me he would love to get my number and perhaps we could meet up at some point. I was shocked. I've never felt more stupid in my life. I thought maybe this was just a phase. Maybe he really liked World of Warcraft, but no, he was legitimately out of character cheating on me.
You can keep going with this then. You can make plans to meet up, and then OP shows up and then just lets him have it.
Yeah, you should make plans to meet up in some like far away place, and he'll
Yeah.
give you the excuse like, "Oh, I got like a trip with the my buddies that we're gonna take, and blah blah blah." And then after he goes on a trip to friggin' I don't know Nebraska to
Right.
meet this non-existent person, you just move your entire life out of wherever you are.
There you go.
And you're gone.
And you're gone.
There you go.
We gone.
Sorry, I was just role playing as your girlfriend that whole time, and then I stopped.
Right.
But after a few more questions and answers in detective mode, which I'm not going to mention because it makes me feel sick, I logged off quickly and walked home after thanking my friend. And, of course, updating her with my new information. Once I got home, he was still on his PC. I was too upset to speak. I really loved this guy, and he's so easily just thrown away what we had over a game. I can't even deal with it. This whole month has been horrible. And honestly, like, I don't think he's throwing it away over the game. I think he's just cheating on you. Like, it's not, he would be cheating on you in real life if he could, but he can't. He can only do
Right.
it as Gorlop, the warrior man.
Yeah. And there's just the added factor that he has some sort of like detachment from the real world and can only cope by pretending that there's this fake world is real.
Yeah. It's just like watching a 28 car pileup.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
It's just bad.
I miss him so much, but at the same time, I hate him. And I hate World of Warcraft. Even though it's definitely not the game's fault, he did what he did and became who he became. And by the way, you can become someone who listens to full episodes with stories just like this one on your favorite podcast platforms, like iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. Wherever you listen to podcasts, just search OK Storytime, and you can listen to over 3 months worth of stories just like this.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a little more story here. This is good news. This doesn't feel like good news, but this is good news.
This is
they're
good
broken up?
news.
Because, if he would have ever found himself in it, he's just going to cheat on you.
Yeah.
He was going to cheat on you. He can only cheat
Yeah.
on you in this, in a game. He's cheating on you in the game.
Right.
And if an opportunity ever presented itself to cheat on you in real life, he'd do it.
Totally.
OP, I would say this is the one time where you can say, don't hate the game, hate the player.
That's right. You
There
got to hate the
go.
player. We got to hate the player here.
We gotta hate the player.
OP says, all I can say is that he changed a lot over a few months, and it's sickening to think about it. I broke up with him the morning after and didn't really give a reason, even though he could tell something was up with me. I just said I didn't want to be in this relationship so much, and he said he saw it coming. I took my things and left as soon as I could. All my stuff is back at my parents' now. I love that he's like, yeah, I saw it coming. Something about you telling me that you considered what I was doing cheating on you
Yeah.
was telling me that you're probably going to break up with me because I said I would not stop.
I had an inkling. Gorlop knew. Because
Yeah.
he's like really good at like discovering these things. We were having
Yeah.
a really in-depth conversation about our relationship.
Gorlop has a really high intelligence level, and he actually had a message from the great beyond, the Aither plane, and
Yeah.
he told me that you were going to break up with me and that you were smelly. Thanks, Reddit. You did help a lot. I think I'll be taking a break from dating for now. And we have some final comments here. It's pretty common for ERPers to let their characters' feelings flood over into real life. When I was a role player on World of Warcraft, I encountered a lot of people who would use their character as an excuse to have naughty chats with other people, even if they had a SO or spouse. And boy, do I have some stories from my RP days. Some crazy crap goes on in those worlds, and ERP just makes it worse. Another comment says, as a WoW player who also RPGs in the game, who happens to be female, this happens to me a lot. I can't tell you how many times someone has found out I have run airbags and all of a sudden they want to have my number. I've actually had to contact Blizzard support to get some of them to stop pestering me.
Good luck with that.
All the while, I'm sitting there in my sweats and PJ tank top without a bra on, just staring at my screen like, I could be a dude with a wiener tattooed on my forehead for all you know. What the F are you doing? And there's an edit. I think you did the right thing. I've never been that addicted to the game. I enjoy it for what it is, but dang, man. Enjoy a good real-life relationship while you have it. A third commenter says, my ex-girlfriend did a similar thing. She was cybering with the whole guild. And while I was at work, she had no job. She would talk to these guys all day long. The final straw was one day, a package arrived for her. It was a Valentine's Day gift from the guild leader.
Oh.
We fought, and that's when I was made aware of her activities. So that's when I cut the internet. We broke up not much longer after that. I was naive and thought we could work it out. This game has ruined many a relationship. And while I'm very sorry this happened to you, OP, don't let it sour your view on dating gamers in the future. Ice is Cold says, you missed a great chance to F with him. You could have given him your number in-game. And OP says, my best friend said the same thing. I was thinking about it, but honestly, I was in no mood to play around. It wouldn't have been fun, and I've heard enough BS excuses for one day, and didn't want to hear how he was only going along with the ERP because he knew it was me. Good idea, though. When someone said, this is fake, how did you find your ex in the game? OP says, whether you believe this story is real or not makes no difference whatsoever to me, but I figure I should explain how anyway. I know his character name, Gorlop, the warrior man. He uses it as a username for basically everything. I know he's always in Silvermoon City, and after we added his character name to her friends list, this was confirmed. We added his character to her friends list on her main just to see his whereabouts. Now, I know nothing about Silvermoon, but my best friend Sophie does. I've watched him play while I've been doing my own hobbies on my own laptop next to him, so I know he hangs out in a certain place in the city. He's got a corner he hangs out on. Like, yeah, if you want to get jiggy with Gorlop the Warrior Schlonger, you can you head on down to the corner of 8th Street and Pixie Lane.
All the best babes are at Silver Moon, babe.
All the hot babes come to Gorlop's Corner in Silver Moon City.
He's like working in the corner and it's like the red light district
Yeah.
in World of Warcraft.
He's got like his character is wearing like
Like a big fur coat.
just the clothing of a lady of the night.
Yes, exactly.
Just a big buff warrior dude in like a G-string.
And fishnets. Yeah.
I was worried about how to find him and which character to use when Sophie told me it was possible to make a level 1 elf and run to the city, only taking about 10 minutes. She did that for me. It was hard finding him. I never stated how long it took in the post, but we did. And he was in the inn, which is a place I've seen him in before. We approached him and the roleplay commenced. Simple. Guys, if you don't believe this post, just ignore it. It's hard enough without idiots trying to catch me for being a liar. Thanks for your comment anyway, though. And I know he only has characters in the realm Moonglade. And no, they don't have each other as friends. They've always disliked each other. And that's the end of the story. And just a little tutorial for how to stalk someone in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Now you know.
If you're looking for Gorlop, head on down to the Moonglade server on the corner of Big Boy Lane in Silver Moon City.
Wait, Keon, can you see when this post was made? Because I wonder if someone could log into World of Warcraft and find him
Yeah,
still playing it.
we probably could.
I feel like it's possible.
Anyone playing World of Warcraft, go find this guy.
Yeah, go find him right now, pretty
but
please.
be nice to him.
Yeah, be nice.
Don't be mean to Gorlop the warrior man.
6 years ago.
Oh, he might not be in Silver Moon. He might have
Worth a
moved
shot.
on up.
Worth a shot.
He might be in I only played the Horde. I don't remember any of I think Silver Moon City's on the Alliance side.
Oh,
Dude,
sorry.
Stormwind?
Further, no, sorry. It was deleted. This was about 11 years ago.
Aw.
World of Warcraft was so much fun. It was so much fun. I had no business playing that game the way I played it at the age I was playing it at.
Yeah.
I was on like before Discord
Mm.
existed. There was like I can't even remember. It was like a voice chat app for like World of Warcraft or like
Yeah.
any games.
Yeah.
But I'm like 11 or 10 years old in like a 30-person like chat because it's like there's these places you go where you need like a bit like they're like done like boss levels essentially. It's
Mm.
like you go in somewhere and you have to like get to the end and all the enemies are way harder.
Yeah.
So you have to go in with a big giant group of people.
Oh, I see.
And that's what like a guild is for.
Ah.
And like I'm in the chat like I'm refreshing my icy blast. And
Wait up,
yeah,
guys.
just with like a bunch of just grown adults.
That's great. That's
Um,
great.
Yeah, and you know what? I've never got like harangued or anything.
That's good.
Like I definitely got way more harangued playing like Xbox. Like, oh my God, Call of Duty lobbies. The Call of Duty lobbies were,
All the anger was let out.
I mean,
or was it inappropriate?
we will never see their
Yes.
like again.
No, that's never going to happen.
They literally made it illegal.
Wow.
My husband had an affair and called it a divorce.
Oof. I'm sorry. That's crazy. That is just oof.
We've been married 12 years, lived together 15, and first got together nearly 20 years ago. We have 3 children together under 12. There's a lot of resentment and stagnation in our relationship. By the way, this comes from Curly Blue Lou. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Carly.
I'm Keon.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. He feels I pushed him to have kids when he wasn't ready. No, he doesn't feel that. To be honest, it's true. I did. And that's always been the narrative of our marriage. We've never been on the same page. He says he always went along with what I wanted to try and make me happy. The result being neither of us happy as he resented it. Between the resentment and juggling 3 children, house, and jobs, we haven't made enough time together over the years. He says he felt rejected and it was soul destroying. I can understand this. Our dads both cheated and ruined our families when we were kids, and I've always said to him, if he were ever going to cheat like that, don't. End things instead. We've had good times, good spicy sleep, never enough for him. The last couple of years have been awful, toxic. He's been angry and oversensitive and moody. He's out all the time drinking with friends. I found out last week that he'd been having an affair. At first, he denied it, and then it all came out. 4 years with one woman from work. And the year before that, he slept with someone else. I've asked him to leave, and we've been sorting stuff out. I've applied for the divorce, and we've told the kids, but not the reason why. He's going in the next week, probably to stay with her. It's been absolutely horrific. My question is, when the waves of pain and hurt and anger and horror come, how do you get through them? They're so awful. Now I'm trying to avoid the feelings, and I know it's not healthy, but I don't want to feel them. I'll do anything not to feel them. Sometimes I feel good about it all. I'm so relieved to not be living in the toxic environment anymore that I'm cracking jokes and making him feel better about this mess he's caused. I take full responsibility for my part of being a rubbish wife for him. I've not even felt in love with him for some time because he's been so full of resentment. But the pain and hurt come out of nowhere. I can't deal with it. How do I make it go? Is it okay to try and avoid for now and deal with it later? Update. You know when you've known a person for 19 years and 5 months, and after 7 years they get down on one knee and promise to love you forever? And they make a vow in front of all of their family and friends, and then you have 3 babies together? You know, when 7 years later things are kind of difficult and your person unilaterally decides that your marriage is over, only they forget to tell you. You know, when they start sleeping with other people but think you'll be alright carrying on in the marriage that they've checked out of because they deserve more. And you deserve nothing but the angry dregs of them at the end of a long day. You know, when they start an affair and carry it on for 4 years? You know, when your person gets caught out and blames you for not being affectionate enough and tells you it's okay because you'd already broken up 4 years ago. They assumed you knew. You know, when your person cries having to tell people what they've done, not because they give any thought about you or their children, but because they don't want people to know who they really are underneath the nice guy facade. You know, when your person says they don't love her and they're only moving in with her because they have nowhere else to go. So you say, stay till we sort you somewhere else to live, and they go away because they can't even own that. You know, when your person gets pissed off and tells you that you can't be angry with them because this isn't what they wanted. It's what you chose, not them. You know, when your person is annoyed that you can't be friends, be civil for the kids, let them back in the house one day after they left, 2 weeks after finding out they'd been divorced in their head for the last 4 years.
You're focusing on the situation and you're focusing on, oh, wow, look what they're doing. How like what I've done for them, or, you know, what kind of person they are. We already know what kind of person they are. They cheated on you twice. They resent you.
Yeah, I'm confused about this. Like, well, we broke up 4 years ago. What do you mean? Like, huh? Did we do that out loud or was that in our head?
OP, it's going to take time.
Update 2. Is this fake? Are all the bad feelings going to come back? 2.5 weeks since finding out. I went through immense shock, horrific hurt and pain, anger and rage, and now I feel acceptance. He moved out 4 days ago. That's really helped me to process how I feel, which is that he isn't who I thought he was at all. He's actually an awful human being. I've told him I will be amicable for the kids, but that I don't want him in my life. I wanted to be friends after for the kids, but I don't think I can ever forgive him for what he's done. I would happily never see or speak to him again. I'm just hoping I can move on now. Though I suspect the chaos will continue and the rage will come back. Is this like a stage of grief where you think you're fine and then find with resounding certainty that you are absolutely not fine? Update 3. I'm just over 3 months from D-Day. Partner of 20 years, married 12, 3 kids together, had an affair for 4 years. He lives with her now. They're in a relationship. When I found out about the affair, he didn't want to move out. Didn't love her, supposedly. Funny how things change. He claims none of it is what he wanted. I made him move out. He had no choice. It's my fault. He thinks he should be able to come back to our family home every other weekend and stay here to see the kids. I should go away. I've said no. Every time he comes anywhere near, I feel so anxious I feel sick. I hate him. I thought this would be much easier as I wasn't in love with him anymore, and we argued all the time. But turns out betrayal and years of lies are so difficult, even when you're not in love. When someone who is just by your side for 20 years is just gone, it's weird. I wish we'd split amicably years ago when he gave up without telling me. Then we could do without the hurt and hate and sadness. We have another update. I don't think any of the times would have changed the hurt and hate and sadness.
It's okay to hate this guy for the rest of your life.
I mean, it would have been pre-affair, which might have helped a little, but
Yeah, don't
sometimes
let
it's
this.
easier to be mad at somebody to move on than it is to be like, things ended well.
Yeah, you don't have to take the high road to be like, I've moved on, like I've forgiven him. You don't need to.
My friend told me this process is like a wave, and it is. Recovery after finding out about an affair at the ending of a marriage is a strange thing indeed. I'm in shock, in pain, relieved, tearful, excited, distraught, ecstatic, bereft, happy, alone, lonely, and at peace. I'm all those things one after the other, and all at once. Just lately, I miss the banter, the jokes no one else gets, the jokes too savage to share with others, the memories we shared, the experiences we had, the life we lived, feeling loved, feeling wanted. Things shriveled up and disappeared between us, but that didn't have to happen. He made a choice 5 years ago, in the midst of babies and small children, to stop trying. In doing so, he robbed 5 years of my life with his lies and deceit. I would have made different choices. I would have followed a different path. I could have been a different person. But he stole that from me. He stole my choices. I felt so much guilt that I wasn't good enough. And all while it was because he'd already checked out and left his key card at the door. I wish we had ended things 5 years ago. We could have been friends. We were good as friends. I miss my friend. But no friend would lie and mislead and omit the truth for years and years. So I'm left grieving someone who didn't pass away. And it's hard. It's so sad. We have another update.
Oh my gosh.
OP, you're going through it.
Yeah, we're just seeing your stages of grief in a Reddit post.
It's okay.
In the initial days of shock, I was never prepared for how painful this journey would be. Even though I wasn't in love with him anymore, it turns out betrayal leaves a deep wound I don't know how to heal. The firsts keep coming. First Christmas apart. First New Year's apart. Kids staying over with him and the affair partner for the first time in their happy little family, doing things he never deigned to do with us. It's hard to detangle yourself from your old life without getting stabbed repeatedly in the heart. I know it's lack of routine from the Christmas break, but I have so little motivation and so much anxiety and so much sadness. I feel like I can't do anything but playing mind-numbing games on my phone. And when I try to do fun things, I feel empty. I've told myself tomorrow is a new beginning. Back to work, back to routine, and hopefully I can find some energy somewhere to do some of the things I love.
You've been with your partner for 20 years. When you're with someone, you get into routine. Your brain is developing itself too, and it's going through a lot of changes. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen over a day. It's going to take some time.
Just over a year since D-Day, after 12 years of marriage and nearly 20 together, I feel okay. The shock and the hurt have passed. Maybe the hurt is still there, but I don't allow myself to really feel it anymore. I'm not sure. He moved in with the affair partner for several months, now lives on his own because he was miserable there.
Shocked.
So I assume he still sees her. I don't ask. I don't really think I care. I still have to see him because we have kids together. I feel kind of empty at times and a little bit lost. Like I'm not sure who I am. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't have a thing, a drive or a motivation or anything to look forward to. I'm just muddling through each day, through dull and murky waters. I wish this was an optimistic survival post where I'm super fit and healthy and tanned and happy and living my best life. But I've had some really great times this year, but they're punctuated by the nothingness. Hopefully the next year will be even better. Well, 14 months on, if we didn't have kids and I never had to speak to him again, it would probably be okay. But we do, so I have to, and I'm just so angry all the time. He's swanning about doing whatever he wants, while I look after our kids and have no life outside of that, which makes me rage. The few hours here and there that he looks after them, like a babysitter, his lies, his entitlement, his woe is me, nothing's my fault, I'm such a nice guy pretense. How can I let go of this rage? And why am I so much angrier now than I was before? I sometimes still can't believe what he did, and I pick at the scab even though it's been a while. A whole year and 5 months. I pick at the scab when I should let it heal. It's leaving an ugly scar. I should train my thoughts somewhere else, like a climbing plant. Twist them round a different branch or up an obstacle towards the sun, but I can't, not always. Sometimes something new hits me. When he said he was doing this or going there, or that time I heard a random late night phone call that woke me up, which he denied. He was obviously talking to her. He was so eager for me to go to bed every night, always before him. He'd start getting twitchy if I stayed up a bit later, probably waiting to text her and make himself happy. Then I get angry. I get so angry that I was running around after the kids, cooking his meals, and putting up with his sulking and anger. But you guys can run right over to your favorite podcast app to listen to more episodes of stories just like this. You can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Podcasts, you can go to iHeartRadio, search up OK Storytime.
OP, I get you're angry. I would take that anger and turn it into something good. Working the gym is always like the number one thing, but if you don't want to go to the gym, there's other things that you can, I guess.
Your kids have to be older now. I'm almost wondering if there's like a hobby you guys can all start doing. I know
to
that's not
motivate,
really
yeah.
a relief from like watching the kids, but I mean, it could be if it's a monitored activity. And staying out until 3 a.m. in his hangovers while he was sleeping with someone else and then squirming about it guiltily. And I get angry that he lied for so many years, that he took away my right to choose the life I wanted. And now I have to live with this anger and mistrust. And I don't understand how he lives with himself, weaseling about, pretending to be such a nice person. And I just have to bite my tongue because he is my kid's dad? One day when they are old enough, I'll never have to see or speak to him again. Until then, I'll probably keep picking this scab and hope it still heals.
I think
it will. A year and a half after a 20-year thing with such a big like timeline of betrayal.
And with kids, and you have to see him.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get there.
My husband cheated while I paid the bills. Now he wants me to fund a throuple?
No.
Okay, so let me start out by saying,
Forget 2020.
my husband, male 33, lost his job in April, and has been home, while I, female 30, have been working extra shifts, making $12 an hour to keep us from going broke. Yes, I've been out of the house more than at home. By the way, this comes from user Throwaway, just FML. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Carly.
We're here to give good advice, goofily. This story's 5 years old, so it doesn't really matter what we say, but let us know what you have to say. You know, we can't change anything about this, but we can.
Unless we go back
To the past!
to the past.
OP says, yes, I haven't been super active in bed because I am really exhausted all the time from working 70 hours a week, standing on my feet all 70 hours. I thought he'd appreciate that I am working, so we have things like food and a place to live. Instead, he and my best friend, female 31, have been effing while I've been at work. She lost her job too. They've always gotten along with each other, and I've never felt jealous or threatened that they have hung out together, just the two of them over the years. One very wasted night in 2009, she and I did make out, but it was a one-time thing, and I didn't enjoy it. I thought I could trust them and that they were just friends. Obviously, I was being a silly little goose. Enough backstory. I came home tonight and found them snuggling on the couch watching TV, like in a spooning position, but it was very obvious it was intimate. They didn't panic, but she sat up. Then he sat up. At this point, I felt my stomach turn into a rock, and I felt dizzy. No word of a lie, my body went into just some kind of shock. I just walked to the bathroom and closed the door and sat on the toilet. I started crying after I have no idea how long. I flew up. I heard them whisper talking, but couldn't make out what they were saying. Then they knocked on the bathroom door and asked if I was okay, and I told them, obviously effing not. They didn't backpedal or deny anything. They didn't admit to effing then, but my best friend said we should all probably talk about what's going on. I stayed in the bathroom. We talked through the door. That's when my husband said, okay, yes, we didn't want you to find out like this, but we've been in a relationship since July.
No.
We've been in a relationship
No.
since July?
No. You don't get to say we've been in a relationship. No. You've been cheating since July.
We've been having
That's
an
called an
affair.
affair.
It's called an
babes.
affair.
We've been having an affair, says July.
You're so silly. That's your mistress.
He said some more things, but I honestly can't remember them because my ears were kind of ringing. And I kept thinking about him saying relationship. This wasn't a fling or a one-night stand. I could maybe forgive that, but a real relationship? Isn't marriage supposed to be just me and him in a relationship? So, he says, whatever, and then my best friend says, so what do you think?
So, we're taking notes. Kind of a brainstorming session.
Yeah, what do you think? Sounds like a good offer, right?
I'm going to slide a number across the table. Let us know what you think. It says since July.
It's the number of months I've been with your husband.
Yes.
I missed everything he said, obviously. So I told her that, And she said, so you missed the part about all three of us living together? After me asking what? My husband clarified that she would stay on the couch, but they'd keep each other company during the day. And I could be with her too if I wanted. She knows I don't want this because we would have made out more than one time in 2009, right? I know she needs to move out of her place because no job equals no rent. I had told her in the past she could always crash at my place, but I never meant like this.
Not crash my relationship.
She crashed your marriage.
Yeah.
I'm just crashing on your couch and also your husband.
Sorry.
How could she not know that? Is my best friend an idiot? Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
So is your husband.
Yeah.
Am I an idiot?
Only if you let them stay and you fund the relationship.
Yes. I need advice. Yes, tell me that I'm the idiot I am for trusting them and having bad judgment and not doing my wifely duties. I own all those things. I just need help figuring out my next steps. I don't want to be in a throuple, and I don't even want to look at either of them.
Well, there you go.
Also, dude, not performing your wifely duties is not like justification for cheating on you with your best friend.
No. And you already know the answer because you just told us the answer. I don't want to look at them. Best way to not look at them, you kick them out.
Get them out of there. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I can't sleep, and I don't know what to do. I feel like I've been used. I don't even know if I leave, if I'd still have to pay for my husband's expenses because he's not working, which would mean I'm paying for them to have a relationship, which idiot me has been doing since July, and I really hate my life right now.
There is the issue of alimony if he doesn't have a job, which I'm sure is what OP is talking about. But maybe if you live in an out-fault state, it'll be okay, and you can say he cheated on me. Can we get proof of
it's
this?
not like you're making $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Oh man, but we do have some comments. Kick back and relax says, sincerely from the bottom of my being, leave his broke ass with that broke lady. How stupid can he be cheating on the sole person who your entire lifestyle is dependent on? Let them rot. It's a blessing in disguise that you found out their true characters. Honey Bun Pancake, you owe him nothing financially. He broke your vows. Just leave. You're hardworking. You'll make ends meet until you find someone worthy of you. And forget your best friend. My advice would be to cut them both out of your life. They're not right upstairs to come at you randomly asking for a throuple. Not even randomly, after they were caught canoodling.
Also, it doesn't even feel like they were asking for a throuple. You know, they didn't care whether or not you're in the relationship. They just want a bank.
They just did damage control.
Yeah.
They said, yeah. No, I know this is really bad. Clearly, we know exactly why you're upset. What if we just all three?
Is that better? Is that okay? No.
No. OP replies, he's literally the only person I ever dated. Oh God, I'm so stupid. No, you're not. Yeah, I want nothing to do with them. Queen of Key Lass says, you're not stupid. You're a smart, hardworking person who got taken advantage of by the people you trusted. Get a divorce lawyer and don't tell him anything until you're all set. Sand-covered grass says, text him about it tomorrow when you're at work, but don't be obvious. But get him to say that he was cheating on you. Maybe not those words, but maybe just have him agree with the sentiment in writing. OP, I'm sorry, but you should get a divorce. This is unacceptable, and you're not wrong to feel betrayed. You should take tomorrow off. I know it's last minute, but just do it. Take tomorrow off and spend the time for you. Go somewhere that makes you happy. You can do this. Find a divorce lawyer and call them. Text your husband and get him to incriminate himself. It might help with the legal stuff. Call your family, reach out to your friends, your siblings, your parents, whoever. It's okay to reach out for help. OP replies, I wish I could take tomorrow off, but the only reason my manager is allowing is you have a positive test for the vid, or in his exact words, there's someone in the hospital passing away. I really wish I could, especially because there's no way I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm going to have to find a cheap lawyer. We are barely getting by as it is, but yes, I need out of this place. I feel awful. And Maru3792648 says, nothing is more expensive than not having a lawyer. Even though you'll have to stretch your finances, you'll end up winning in the end. And there's an update.
Hey, boy. Yeah, divorce. Get proof that he's cheating on you. You know, find a better job now. Well, obviously it's a little bit hard right now, but, you know, hopefully you're going to be able to cut back on hours because you only have to support yourself now.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good. Update. I still have no idea the best way to leave this situation, but I'm definitely not signing up for a throuple, which I made crystal clear to my husband at 4 a.m. Also, my manager pulled me aside today and asked me if everything is okay because I obviously didn't sleep and look super gross, I think, from the throwing up and not eating. I just told him what happened because I couldn't think of a lie on the spot. He took me to his office and searched our legal bar and legal help and divorce mediation and looked me right in the eyes and said if I tell anyone at work, he'll deny it. So then I broke down sobbing in his office, which was really not my finest moment. So it turns out he has a soul and gave me Monday off, in his words, to get yourself to a lawyer, but keep it quiet from your husband. So on Monday, my husband will think I'm at work, but I'll be seeing what my next steps should be from a legal perspective. Speaking of my husband, I asked him to give me some space for the next few days, and he's on the couch. My best friend texted me a few times today, but I've just left her on red. I'm going to eat something and sleep now. Thank you for caring. And there's a second update a month later.
Oh boy, maybe we'll be divorced.
Please be a good one. Please be a
Crossing
good one.
my fingers.
I figured I'd answer the major questions I received, and if I leave out one of your burning questions, I'll answer that too. I even learned some fancy Reddit formatting so that things are easier to read and not a giant wall of text. Are you getting divorced? Yes.
Yes.
1,000 times. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
He cheated on me and tried to manipulate me, and I didn't sign up to be married to more than one person. I don't want that for myself. People in the poly lifestyle very kindly messaged me and told me that what my husband and best friend did was not how it's done in the poly community. Poly is done out of love and trust and communication. None of those three things happened here, so yes. To divorce. Did you meet with a lawyer? Yes! And I'm really glad that I did, and I learned a lot. Turns out the way divorce works where I'm from is it's a process that you have to follow and can take about a year to finish if it's uncontested, longer if the spouse objects. Right now, after some paperwork, and there's a lot of it, I'm separated, which actually happened really quickly. It turns out being working poor helped a lot with this. Having no assets to split up made things much easier. And since before the vid, my husband and I basically made the same amount of money and didn't have kids or pets, it's even easier. But my actual divorce is going to take a long time and lots more paperwork. My husband is not contesting the divorce.
Nice. You can go be with your best friend who also doesn't have any money.
Yeah. They can be brokies together.
Yeah, that's so fun. So cute
What a
for them.
shocker. He was going to stay with his affair partner. Did you get your husband admitting to cheating on text or voice? My lawyer said it doesn't matter. I live where it's no-fault divorce, which means cheating makes no difference at all in how things play out. Everything just gets split down the middle, whether or not your husband is a piece of crap who cheats on you with your best friend, and whether or not you write on Reddit that your piece of crap ex did that, as long as it's true. Not that I'm bitter. All right, I might be bitter, but my therapist says it's good to express my anger. Are you expecting to get everything in the divorce? No. The law is the law. Plus, there's nothing to get except some family keepsakes, which I took with me. It was my mom's jewelry I got after she passed away this year. Dang, this year really sucks.
It's not a good year. I'm so sorry.
It wasn't worth much, but my lawyer says there's an inheritance provision or something under the law. Otherwise, we would just add up the value of everything right down to our socks and split it 50-50. In marriages where one spouse makes a lot more money than the other, things like alimony and support come up as well as child support if there are kids. So my situation is thankfully simple. We don't have much anyways, so basically we're leaving each other even, but with some emotional baggage. Why don't you get a better job? Well, $12 an hour where I live is better than minimum wage, believe it or not. And yeah, why don't you just go down to the job tree?
I'm sorry, there was a thing going on back at that time. I don't know if you were alive or living under a rock, commenter.
I will have news, I think, about the job thing. One thing I learned from some of the messages from random Redditors is managers want to hire hardworking people. I have the confidence to apply to other jobs now, but I'm not accepting any offers from Redditors because of that privacy thing. And what's the deal with your boss? I thought my boss was a terrible human being. Turns out he's a decent human being, and he helped me through this, which I put in my edit in my original post. He has also agreed to be a reference for me for the new job thing, but is trying to get me to stay on because I work hard. Say, pay me a little bit more, though. Yeah. If you have to work 70 hours a week to afford where you live, you're not getting paid enough.
Oh, no. I mean, $12 an hour is not an affordable wage Even in 2020.
Maybe in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, it depends on where you live, I suppose.
Do you talk to your best friend anymore? No. Not since that night and not ever. I blocked her and refused to talk to her. She showed up at my place and I ignored her apology. I have no time for her BS or backstabbing. She lost our friend group too. Once they found out, I got so many stories from them of her backstabbing them over the years as well.
That is the best feeling, though, when, like, one person in the friend group really doesn't like one of those friends, but they just don't really say anything because they don't want to start drama. And then someone comes and they're like, hey, you know what? Like, they really, like, F me over. And then they're like, finally! I've been waiting to talk about her for years. Oh. That's happened to me. It's a great feeling.
This was all news to me, but let's just say we each had stories that show her to be untrustworthy. I still think about her and wish things could be different, but she broke my trust in a way that can never be fixed. She and my husband still talk and are in a relationship. They have each other just like they wanted,
And
I
zero
guess.
money.
And did you boot your husband out? Nope. I moved back home with my dad about a week or so after my first post. My mom passed away earlier this year, and he's been hurting from that, and it just made sense. It's nice to be home. My mom was really a perfect human. She was the kind of mom everyone wants, and she passed away suddenly this year from a brain aneurysm. She is the person I would have wanted to help me through this. My dad isn't my mom, but I'm learning that he was kind of the silent partner who 100% was the same as her in terms of being supportive. So while I never expected to be living in my childhood bedroom at 30, it's actually kind of exactly the perfect place for me to be. Plus, my dad makes great baked chicken and always has ice cream in the freezer. For the moving out part, my friends came over and my dad did too, and we all moved my stuff out at once. A lot of Redditors reached out about the unspoken dangers of ending a relationship and the ex getting violent when they feel they're being abandoned. My husband is a crappy human for a bunch of reasons, but he never got physically violent with me. But I decided that being safe was important, so I called in favors from my friends. It went fine, and my husband ended up leaving during the move to make things easier on everyone. Why did you call yourself an idiot and make things your fault? Because I'm stupid? I think it's just what I always do. Don't call yourself stupid, call yourself silly. I own up to things even when they aren't my fault, which leads nicely to the next question. Are you in therapy? Yeah. A lot of you reached out and suggested it. Since this is anonymous, I will be super honest here. Between losing my marriage and best friend and mom and working insane hours, I had a breakdown.
That's valid.
Nails.
Get your nails did.
Breakdown.
Get your nails done. Go to the spa day.
There is no other way to put it. I was in crisis and probably still am. I'm still not eating great, and I still make a lot of mistakes in how I talk to myself and call myself an idiot and stupid.
Yeah, don't do that.
Silly goose.
Self-talk is super important, and when we call ourselves stupid and ugly and idiot, we believe it because our minds are very powerful things. But if we call ourselves smart and capable and beautiful and hot, we also believe it, and then it becomes true.
I found out that therapy with the insurance through work is paid for up until a certain amount. My therapist says after the work benefits run out, it will still help me by reducing her rates if I want. I don't leave a session feeling like anything has been fixed, but I do leave feeling that I'm normal to be feeling all the things, which really does help in a weird way. It's only been 3 sessions, but I have homework now, which my therapist says will help me learn new patterns. It might be BS and it feels weird to try it, but it's a step, I guess. I really don't know. But by the way, I know for a fact you can listen to full episodes with stories like this one on your favorite podcast platforms. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Tim Bimbalim Bom Dimbalims. Just search OK Storytime wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can listen to us all the live long day.
Ooh, the live long day.
But there's just a little bit of story left here.
Well, I'm happy that you're divorced. I'm happy you're with your dad and that you guys can provide each other comfort because you're both going through a lot. And it gets better. Give it like 2 years. It'll get better.
Will you trust and date anyone again?
Damn, who asked that?
Eventually. Definitely not now. My husband is the only guy I ever dated. He's all I know. I actually never wanted anyone else but him, and now that I don't want him, I don't want anyone. I'm sure that in time I'll be ready, and when I am, I will take things slow. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I wish I had an update where I lived happily ever after, but that's where you are now.
Yeah, happily
You're
ever
with
after
you're at your
is
dad's.
divorced.
Real life is so hard and so real, but if you've read this far, thank you. And thank you again for your amazing support and kindness from my first post.
OP, you got this. You're a hard worker. You got this.
Yeah, you can do this. You've done this.
You've done
It's
this.
done.
And you're doing this.
You have done this. When I say you have done this,
Done
you must believe me that you have done this.
I divorced my wife years ago, and now I think I want her back.
Does this count as double jeopardy?
My wife was cheating all through our engagement. Whoa. Marriage day and even honeymoon?
Buddy.
That's an intro. The best days of my life, she was sending pictures of her unclothed body to another man every chance she had. So this is how we start. All right. By the way, this comes from user GoodProfession674, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Keon.
I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
And we're just a bunch of goofy boys. We don't know everything. We only know what we do, so let us know what you do in the comments. Opie says, effing him while she was supposed to be out buying wedding dresses. I found out in the worst way you could imagine. Even the consensus on Reddit was that she was beyond any second chance. A lot of stuff happened in between. I confronted her, then went back and forth on what I wanted. But in the end, I filed for separation. She seemed to accept my decision and stopped her pleading and trying to convince me to try again. She said if I made up my mind, she would try to at least make the divorce easier for me. We had really wild, spicy sleep the day she signed the papers and handed them to me. I hated her touch, but desired her body at the same time. She told me she was sad for herself, but happy for me because I deserved much better than her. She broke down and said she had no reason to live anymore, but she would keep living because she didn't want to bother me. In my mind, I called BS on that, but in reality, I kept silent and just left. I always had an inferiority complex about my wife. She is better than me in every way. What are we doing here? She's prettier, smarter, earns more, has way more friends. I also recognize now that I was heavily depressed even before finding out. I joked earlier that she didn't look good with a plain middle-class guy like me. She should go on to be with a millionaire supermodel. She always said she found such people shallow and boring, and she found me beautiful too. So, when it came out, I concluded she was just like that. She was a liar. Everything she had ever done or said to me was a lie. This image she created in front of me of someone who didn't want anyone other than me. It was a facade she created for whatever inexplicable reason. She never loved me, never thought I was attractive. She had spicy sleep with me and then went to the bathroom and sent pictures of her body to him. She was just a liar and a cheat. That was who she really was on the inside. So her claim that she had nothing to live for, her proclamations before marriage that I was the only person she really cared about, that she would lose her identity if she lost me. I believed all of those before because she said them so lovingly and convincingly, but now I know they don't mean jack crap. She had always lied to me. Just another manipulative statement. It was pretty obvious. Or so I thought. My ex kind of disappeared after that, and I moved on too. I got into a lot of new hobbies for the next 5 years. It was a long time. I also dated a lot of people. I tried casual hookups for the first time in my life. I just felt numb. There was nothing of substance. I did not enjoy my time with other women. There was an adrenaline rush that was addictive, but not long-lasting. I did make a whole lot of what you could call friends.
Dang, dude. He's spiraling out.
OP, I think before you start dating other people, I think you need to figure out who you are and what you want. Because it seems like you don't. It seems like you think really low of yourself, which you shouldn't. And, I mean, yes, this is going to hurt and it's going to suck, but stop thinking about her. Stop comparing yourself to her and what she wants. It's what you want. And don't, please, I know it's already in the title, but don't be like, what I want is her. That's the best thing. Because when I get her, I'll be happy. You need yourself to be happy before you have another relationship or another person in your life like that. There were people to keep me company. I didn't feel alone at the very least. For the first time in life, I was able to actually confide in people, even about my hardest struggles and about the cheating also. Earlier, I wouldn't have dreamed of trusting anyone that much. Weird how being betrayed made me trust people more. I started dating too, but I couldn't click with anybody on that level that I really wanted. I floated through life this way for 5 years. Last week, I went on a solo vacation visiting many nearby tourist spots. In one such place, I saw my ex-wife in a roadside fast food restaurant.
Oh no, dude. Don't go back. Don't go
And
back.
don't you dare say, fate has intertwined us.
The stars have aligned.
The stars have aligned. What a small world we live in. I'm going to go talk to her. That's what I'm going to do on my vacation, is go hang out with my ex-wife who cheated on me for our entire relationship pretty much.
This guy's literally doing Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but he's doing Remembering Sarah Marshall.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Yeah. I immediately felt my heart drop. I had no intention of coming face to face with her, but she saw me before I could leave. At that moment, something changed. Maybe I just didn't want to make things awkward, or maybe I figured out I actually needed some closure from her. I walked towards her, smiled at her like she was an old acquaintance, and asked if she was alone.
Oh no. Oh,
That's
no.
the first thing you ask? Hey, are you alone?
Are you vulnerable right now?
I've been following you. I've been thinking about you for the last 5 years.
Probably.
She stared at me wide-eyed for 5 seconds, like she could not believe it was really me, and only then said yes faintly. It was a weird convo. We talked about every bland crap at first, completely avoiding the elephant in the room. She started shaking then, and when I looked at her, she was crying. I asked what was wrong. She said she dreamt about this day since we separated. When I very rudely told her I was not here to take her back as my wife, she said she knew, and that she had just dreamt of talking to me again. The entire convo was basically just me trying to get a reaction out of her by asking and saying intentionally hurtful stuff, while she patiently explained and told me things I had always wanted to hear from her, but never quite accepted. Why I could not reconcile 5 years ago had a lot to do with this rage about her infidelity and all this anger that got the better of me. Seething anger, I couldn't think of anything else but that. I could not look at her without wanting to do something bad to her. I always had anger issues. I didn't even entertain the idea of talking to her or asking her questions. I wanted nothing to do with her. Full stop. She begged, pleaded, and I felt nothing but rage. I could burn down the world with that much anger. Not quite as much as before, but the anger was still there. I don't remember a whole lot of my questions and statements, but she just calmly sat there explaining everything from her perspective. She never blamed me for anything, and she was apologizing over and over, validating my feelings. She's saying things that I guess you want to hear. Maybe they're true, maybe they're not, but there's just things like, I guess you want to hear. She did it before when she was cheating on you. What's the difference now? I don't know why she did that. I just know it felt really good to hear all of it. I felt at peace. Later on, we moved out of the restaurant and walked on the pavements. She actually thanked me at the end for giving her a chance to say all of those things. She also told me she wanted to be a part of my life again, if I let her. Please do not let her. Please. We didn't need to remarry if I didn't feel comfortable. We could choose what we wanted to be for each other. I am actually seriously considering working things out with her now. But I also think this is just a high. I know for a fact I was denying myself closure by avoiding talking to her. I needed that closure about why she did it, if I was inferior or could not satisfy her in any way. I have listened to all the answers now, hence it feels like everything is resolved. So that makes everything good. We're back to square one. Her and I are cool.
Yikes, dude.
Is that why I'm now starting to think about her in that way again? Or do I actually want to be with her, with a cheater? By the way, you can be with us by listening to full episodes with stories just like this one. So go to your favorite podcast app, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and searching up OK Storytime.
Is there a woman in the world that could cheat on you and you'd still take back? Any woman? Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
Jennifer Lopez?
No. Anne Hathaway? No.
Who was Bill Gates' ex? The one worth like $100 trillion?
100 trillion?
I'd maybe get back with her.
Oh, what did she do?
I don't know.
For purely financial incentives.
Self-respect and dignity. I'm better than that. Which, OP, I know this is all in the heat of emotion, but you're better than that. OP finishes here saying, I also think about whether it is possible for a cheating wife to feel so much regret and pain about her wrong decisions even 5 years later. She says she regrets it every single waking second of every minute of every day of her life for the last 5 years. She said she hated herself and she would have sold her soul to turn back the hurt she caused me. How can a person turn from a selfish piece of crap to a supposed selfless being who only exists for me? That does seem a bit much. I worry about if I'm being manipulated by her again. If she did it once, she can do it again. Or is it just me overthinking? I'm just very confused, and we have some comments.
Here's my comment. You've lost yourself. You're now in a place, someone who also seems to be lost, and two blind people leading each other will not end up being a good thing.
Comments. Comment number 1. Seems like the reason you're confused is because you never really did any actual work on yourself to get over her and build yourself up mentally. Is it possible she changed? Sure. Is it likely? Meh. She told you what you wanted to hear when you were with her. Now she's telling you again what you want to hear. People can grow and change and mature, but everything you described about her painted her as having self-absorbed tendencies and constant seeking of validation from other men? Without serious therapy, it's extremely unlikely she's made any progress on fixing those issues. So the most likely scenario is that she hasn't changed much, and you haven't changed much. So you immediately feel the same attraction for her you did before. It's just a redo. Comment 2. Don't do it, OP. Don't give her another chance to destroy you. Obviously, I do not know her, but some people just have to cheat. They need to be with more than one person. They especially need another person other than those that truly adore them. Keep moving forward and actually focus on yourself and your growth. She was with someone else on the day of your wedding. That is just insane. And that is the end of that story. Please listen to the comments.
It's felt like watching a 2-year-old handle scissors for the first time.
Yeah. OP, you're going to make me very upset if you keep talking to this woman.
My sister brought her affair to my house, then blamed me for not forgiving her.
Go to your own house.
About 2 years ago, my sister came to my apartment while going through the beginning of her divorce, something which I was not aware of. We are not terribly close. Like, text a couple times a year and see each other at holidays, kind of not close. I found it odd that she was coming to see me at all, given that she lived 8 hours away by car and normally stays with our mom nearby. By the way, this comes from FRTSK, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. And I'm Angie.
I'm Sophia.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we would do in these situations. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, she wouldn't give me times, she wouldn't confirm if she was sleeping at my place, and wouldn't say why she was coming, just that we were going to a local brewery. An hour or two before she arrived, she asked if she could bring a friend along. I said yes, but made it clear that I wasn't going to have this person sleep over as it was a work night and they were a stranger to me. When she and this guy arrived, they only brought one vehicle, but still wouldn't say for sure whether my sister was staying over or not. The guy was weird and annoying, but I wanted to see my sister, so I entertained him while she spent the next hour in my bathroom getting ready. We left for the brewery, and shortly after arriving, she asked us both to leave the table and go somewhere else so she could talk to her friend. My wife and I found this incredibly odd and rude, but acquiesced. When we finally asked if we could return, we tried to get more information as to why things were so weird, and all she would admit was that she was upset with her husband for going through her phone and finding something. I asked point blank if she was cheating, and she told me no. The guy at this point was drinking adult soda after adult soda, and only about an hour and a half after getting there, the brewery was closing. We drove them back to our apartment and told them we needed to get to bed soon as I worked early in the morning. The guy was in no position to drive, but after some hemming and hawing, they decided to have her drive them both back to his place a few hours away. I would find out a few weeks later that not only was she certainly cheating on her husband, whom I adored, but that guy she brought was, in fact, the other man. I think of a marriage as a very important thing, and have always made it clear that I hate being lied to. Since then, I simply have not spoken to her. I don't drag the rest of my family into it. I don't say it's her or me at events. I don't snap at her or pretend she isn't there. She gets short answers only and a flat effect. I've made it clear to her and everyone else in the family that what I want is a real apology. We never got along as children, and our parents even admit that they let her be pretty awful to me growing up. She took advantage of me pretty frequently and was usually just outright mean. At one point, I had to start taking the bus to school rather than have her drive me because I couldn't stand the torment in the car on the way in. Wow. Yesterday, as our family gathering loomed, she reached out and said she was sorry. Quote, if you feel I involved you in something you didn't want to be involved in. But in the same breath, she said that she was hurt that I didn't try to talk to her about what was going on that day. I'm so sorry if you were involved in this situation, but like also that was insane that you didn't want to talk to me about this situation.
Yeah.
Like
It's really rude.
so rude and
Like,
so
I'm not
mean,
trying to
hurtful.
involve you, but like, why won't you get involved?
Yeah. Hurtful. Hello. I sent a long and angry response detailing the day more or less as above and how it made me feel. I made it clear that I did try to talk to her and that I wasn't happy with her apology. I felt after everything we'd been through, I was owed a real one, not one blaming me for how I responded to her actions. I asked her not to respond because I wanted to do this face to face. She refused, insulted me, and said that she didn't want to do that in front of our mom or nieces and nephews. So today, I treated her just as I have the last 2 years. She ended up leaving early, and my mom and other sister are upset that I won't just forgive her. My wife has my back 100% in this, but I just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting to take my crazy pills, as I feel like I am not asking for anything unreasonable or behaving unreasonably as a result. So, am I the a-hole? And we do have an edit for clarity. They are fully divorced and have been for 1.5 years. Oh, interesting. He knew about the cheating by the time she arrived at my place. That was the something on her phone that she was upset with him for going through. My mom and sister know the truth of everything, but want me to be nice because my mom doesn't like to see us fighting. And we do have some comments, but what are your thoughts?
Not the a-hole.
Yeah.
When we're comparing you to your sister who cheated and lied to everyone,
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, she's not like willing to have a real conversation with you.
No.
She's being very hypocritical, and the things that she's saying are at least contradictory in everything that she's saying to you. It's just like she's being a little cuckoo over here. You're definitely not the cuckoo one.
Yeah, agreed.
But we do have some comments. Comment number 1 says, not the a-hole. She knew what your boundaries were and willingly violated them. You aren't even asking for much, just a simple, genuine apology, and she can't even do that. Just because you think your family hasn't picked a side doesn't mean they haven't. They've most likely been speaking about this behind your back from the very beginning, and is now starting to get vocal about it to your face, and showing whose side they're truly on. Ultimately, this is for you to decide. Do you want a person like your sister and all her qualities that you described around you and your family? She's made it pretty clear that she neither likes you nor does she respect you. And I would respect the fact that you can listen to full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app you prefer. Just search OK Storytime, and you can find all that. And I will respect that. There are some more comments, but yeah, I would agree with that comment.
Yeah, I mean, there's really just not much you can do to make I feel like, I don't know, to make your family see reason if this is how they're reacting to your sister trying to involve you in like this weird affair thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Comment number 2 says, so you got a non-apology followed by why it's actually your fault, followed by anger and insults when these accountability avoidance tactics of an absent apology didn't meet the boundary that you set. Sounds like you grew up with this being an acceptable way to act. Sounds like the rest of your family thinks this is an acceptable way to act, right down to the affair, providing your sister is the one misbehaving and no one makes waves because that's what causes them actual discomfort. Friendsgiving, your in-laws, or just a nice night with a well-made meal all sound like lower drama. Your mom and your other sister are fine with the dynamic. Not holding your sister accountable has worked for them. You growing a spine doesn't, because the change makes them uncomfortable. They cater to your sister's bad behavior and maybe experience a bit less blowback. Sounds like a long-term pattern. Protect your peace. You won't change these people. I wouldn't want more than low contact, though. No contact with that particular sister. She sounds like a piece of work that they all feel some need to cater to, and it sounds really gross. Chronic lack of accountability has ugly consequences. You don't need that drama disrupting the peace. And that's the end of that story.
My wife exposed her sister's affair, so I left her.
Get out of there.
So 2 weeks ago, my wife, 28 female, exposed her sister's 30 female cheating to everyone, which resulted in her husband leaving her and filing "they fought a lot like never before." By the way, this comes from Diligent Head 1932. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Carly.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, they were always very kind to each other, understanding and very close, but nobody expected them to fight like this. My sister-in-law kissed a man in a bar when she was out with my wife and their friends. My wife pulled her aside because she had too much and ended up spilling the beans. She also clicked a photo. It was a huge fight between her family, and mine got dragged in as well. Some were on her side, and some were on my wife's. A week later, my sister-in-law ended up telling me that my wife used to be a witch during high school and college days. She called me and said my wife used to sleep around so much that she didn't even know how many men she had been with. I asked her if my wife had ever cheated, and she said no. I trusted her because I'm close with my sister-in-law, and she wouldn't lie to me. I asked her if she had proof. And she said no, but she could get in contact with her old friends and my wife's old friends or boyfriends. She said she was sure many might have my wife's exposed photos and could ask for them if I wanted, immediately blocking the wife's sister.
So weird.
Disgusting.
That's so weird.
Like, point one, really none of your business what your wife's
Right.
relationships
This was
were before you.
Pre-you.
It's pre-you.
This did not overlap with you in any way. There was no infidelity.
Also, if any of those guys actually sent those photos to you, that's kind of illegal
Weird.
and really gross. And it's really gross
Weird.
that
I
your
feel like
wife's
they probably
sisters.
shared a phone plan, and she probably got him that way.
I politely declined, saying it would just traumatize me. What do you mean it would?
Don't tell her that.
What is going on? I begged her not to tell anyone else about this. About what? Literally about what? Genuinely about
Having
what?
relationships before you. Oh,
Please don't tell anyone that my wife had a boyfriend before me.
no.
Please don't tell anyone.
Crazy.
And also, like,
I feel like he already knew.
yeah,
Like, she probably dated other people.
I presumably you knew that she dated other people. And also, I'm sorry, the sister coming to you and saying, well, I don't even know how many men she slept with. I would hope not.
That'd be weird.
That'd be kind of weird. I mean, like, some sisters, it's not abnormal for, I feel like, sisters to know.
But it's weird to want to tell it that fast.
But I don't think you got to keep track of all of them.
She's got a notebook.
She got to know. She's like, I lost count. I
She
couldn't
stopped
keep up.
telling me after she realized I had a notebook about it.
God. I said I would literally pass away of shame if my friends or colleagues found out. You suck, OP. All we know is that OP's wife used to sleep around so much that OP's wife's sister didn't even know how many men she had been with. That's all we know. And OP's ashamed of that?
Weird.
It's none of your business.
Weird.
I asked her to just do me a favor for my sake, and she thankfully agreed. I went to my wife and told her everything and asked if it was true. She got angry and instead of replying to me, called her sister. There was an hour-long screaming match between them. Instead of focusing on me, she wanted to fight her sister. So I went to the kitchen and got a bottle. They were at each other's throats, blaming each other for ruining each other's lives, and who knows what else. I feared that if they weren't on the call, they would have thrown hands. By the time my wife ended her call with her sister, I was wasted and overthinking. My wife came to talk to me, and the first thing I said was that if she was done fighting with her sister, maybe she could finally focus on her husband. She asked what I meant, and I said that instead of talking to me and answering me, she went on a verbal brawl with her sister when I was in so much pain. I just found out that I'm not the only man you've been with. Why aren't you focusing on me? Shut up.
This
I don't
is
like OP.
actually getting you, OP. This is working on you.
Literally, this is your sister-in-law's plan. To a T, this is your sister-in-law's plan, and you're falling for it.
Weak-minded individual.
My wife grabbed my hand and said she was sorry. She said the topic never came up between us, so she didn't tell me. She wanted to hide and forget about her past. I asked if it was true, and my wife said it was. Why are you freaking shaming your wife? I asked if
for
she had ever
her.
cheated on me, to cross-check what my sister-in-law said. My wife said she would never, and has never been with another man since she met me 5 years ago. So literally nothing else matters. Literally,
I need you to grow up.
none of her history, relationship history, is your business. That's it. She didn't cheat on you. We're good.
Sophia, she looked at other men.
She was thinking
She
about
was
other men before she met
Holding
me.
their hands.
Ugh,
Sometimes a smooch.
disgusting. I was already pissed when my sister-in-law told me, and when my wife ignored me and went on a screaming match. I got even more pissed. When I got wasted, I couldn't control myself. You suck. I said to my wife that she should have told me before. Should she have? Because apparently you're going to react like a little baby.
I don't know. Maybe be curious enough to ask about
Yeah.
your wife.
I don't know. I feel like
That's like
if you
weird.
wanted to ask, you could have been like, hey, can we talk about like, what
and
were your
what does
past
it
relationships like?
matter?
Also, it
Oh.
doesn't matter. Some man or many men might have my wife's spicy pics and she never said a word.
I doubt any of them have them.
Okay, so for one, be really weird if they still kept
That'd be
your wife's
so
spicy pics.
weird.
Hopefully, if they are any sort of decent, they deleted them. Two, if they send them around, it's illegal.
It's very
It's
illegal.
it's illegal. Can't do that. So, I don't know what you want here, buddy. She said she wanted to forget about it all and that it's been so many years. Nobody cares anymore. I said that both sisters were the same and that they both just love D. You suck. You
Yeah,
literally suck,
She doesn't
dude.
like yours anymore.
I'm sorry, we're comparing your wife's sister who cheated on her husband to your wife who had relationships before you.
And has been loyal to you.
I told her I wanted a divorce ASAP, which I still regret saying. My wife started crying and left while I was drinking. You literally suck. My wife came back after 10 minutes or so. She said she was sorry for not telling me. She called her sister because she exposed her past, which doesn't matter anymore. And now she's ruining her life by exposing your cheating, which was the right thing to do. She said she's sorry and that I drank too much and should sleep. She took me to bed without dinner, and we just fell asleep and cried. By the way, you can fall asleep listening to the dulcet tones of full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We are getting to almost the end of this story, and I cannot wait to see the comments because I hope they are tearing you apart.
Ripping you to shreds.
Yeah, 'cause
like you deserve, you little insecure man.
Truly, I hope you guys get divorced because you don't deserve this lady.
Do her justice.
Yeah.
Like, leave for her benefit.
Yeah.
Please.
The next day, I apologized to her. She said it wasn't necessary because I was wasted and angry. Since then, I regret what I said to my wife, and our marriage is not the same. Yeah, because you ruined it. It's awkward, and I have my own feelings. I am very hurt that my wife was someone like this. After the way my wife reacted, I know she loves me, but I can't get over this. I am wondering if I am the a-hole, yes, for wanting to divorce my wife, or if I should give a second chance to my marriage. I am losing my mind over this drama and the revelation. I have started drinking to cope with it. Oh. Boy.
Boy, oh boy. That's fully on you, dude.
There are comments. Oh boy. Let's get into them.
Comments, please save my hope in humanity.
Comment 1. Were you a virgin at the time of your marriage? Or did you ask your wife before marriage that you are only interested in women who haven't slept with anyone before marriage and she lied to you? How can you divorce your wife over something she did before marriage? She didn't cheat with you. If anything, she took a stand against cheating. And here you are saying, my sister-in-law won't lie to me because we're close. Are you closer to her than her husband whom she cheated on? Your wife deserves much, much, much better than a husband like you. Yes.
Yes.
Love that comment.
Yes.
Yes. You suck, OP. You're the a-hole.
You suck.
I
You're
don't
the
like you.
a-hole. Your wife's sister's the a-hole. Your wife sounds lovely.
Yeah. Maybe
I like
has
her.
some sort of like anger to work through in therapy. But other than that,
Lovely.
lovely. But that's the end of that story, folks.
My wife betrayed me with my best friend, and now I'm questioning my kid's DNA.
Is there any loyalty in their DNA?
We've been together for 19 effing years, married for 13. Obviously, we've had arguments and disagreements over all these years, but nothing that would make me think this is it. I can't be with her anymore. I still loved her all the way up until it happened. By the way, this comes from user acceptablemess110, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers to all the things. We only know what we would do, so let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, we have a 10-month-old daughter, so everything has been rough the past year. It's our first baby, lots of stress and sleepless nights. I work and my wife doesn't. She's home with our daughter during the day, so I understand how hard it's been on her. I'm no saint and I'm not perfect, but I help a lot when I'm home, yet she still does most of the work. We're very close with another couple. We've known them for about 8 or 9 years. They're our age and have a 1.5 old, and we hang out with each other a lot. The 4 of us have been on many trips and have shared sad and fun times together. becoming even closer since having kids. Since we've known them for almost 9 years, I really think of the guy as my brother, think of his wife as my sister, and I love their son so much, just like he's my own child. My wife and I have even talked about asking them to be godparents of our daughter. My wife and the husband play volleyball professionally, and except for 2 to 3 months before and after our daughter was born, they've been playing 3 times a week at different gyms. My wife is really good and competitive, and volleyball is like therapy for her, so obviously I've been encouraging and supporting her. It's really helped her after pregnancy. Sometimes he comes and picks up my wife, sometimes my wife goes and picks him up. The thought of them doing something other than volleyball had never even crossed my mind. A few nights ago, in bed, my wife fell asleep with her phone in her hands. I picked it up to put it on the charger next to her and saw what shattered my whole life. Her text messages with the guy. The last messages were kisses and hearts, saying goodnight to each other, how much they love each other. My heart was pumping, still not sure what was going on, hoping that maybe it was all from his side, but no. My wife was also expressing love and affection to him and telling him how she can't wait until next time they see each other to be in his arms. I really couldn't read much of the text as I was processing anger, betrayal, frustration, and disbelief, but from a few of the texts I read, it seemed like the guy always had a crush on my wife, since we all met 9 years ago, but never expressed anything until about 1.5 years ago when something happened, and their relationship started. I couldn't continue reading as I was almost throwing up, so I put her phone down and went to bed. I couldn't sleep at all that night, and the nights since. Obviously, this is all I'm thinking about every day and all day since, but I can't help myself not to think about the fact that our daughter's 10 months old, and 10 plus 9 equals 19, so almost 1.5 years ago. We were actively trying to conceive back then, but still, what if? What else could have happened 1.5 years ago? I have so many questions, but don't really know what to do next. I have ordered an at-home DNA test kit, but after reading more of their messages on another occasion, I'm pretty confident that so far their relationship has been mostly emotional, and the only thing physical has been hugging each other. Oh God, I hope so.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be great, right?
It don't matter. It don't matter if it's just emotional now and they're just really good pals. It don't matter.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
it doesn't.
It's already an affair, and this is brutal.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, OP.
I am sorry. It seems that the guy is trying to push the limits, though, as the hugging has just started a month or so ago, and my wife is feeling uncomfortable with their rate of progress in the physical domain. Still, she's an adult, and no one is forcing her to do anything. She can say no, she can stop the guy. She is choosing to send hearts and say she misses him and that she loves him. In her messages, she has mentioned quite a few times that she still has feelings for me and can't really compare and choose between me and him.
Wow. The fact that you could read that, again, just there's no point to this game. Just step away. It's ridiculous.
Ugh. I loved her to the moon and back until discovering all of this, but now I'm disgusted every time I see her. Every time I play with my daughter and kiss her, I see her smiling. I just can't help but cry and think how my selfish wife has ruined the life of this innocent, pure little angel. I'll see what the paternity test says next week, even though it looks like they haven't had any spicy sleep. But by the way, you can listen to full episodes of stories like this one on your favorite podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. All you gotta do is search OK Storytime. Boy, does this one hurt.
This one's rough.
That's...
I feel bad, OP. I'm sorry. This is just betrayal after betrayal, but you got to find the truth. But I think best thing you can do is, one, get some therapy for yourself. Get a divorce. I can't imagine the pain you're going through.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane, the timing. The timing is so crazy. Why? Why is it? Why is it that children make people do insane, terrible things in their relationships? The addition of a child, and then it's like, nah, I'm going to be terrible.
I don't know.
Why?
But if you need to find the truth, because it's just going to be, it's going to keep spiraling. You're going to keep spiraling if you want, until you get the DNA test, the results, which you're doing, but it just sucks. It really does suck.
I'm not sure what to do next. Part of me wants to confront her and know the truth. Part of me wants to work it out and try to understand her reasons and recover from this. Part of me wants to sock that guy in the face. Part of me wants to get a divorce as soon as possible. And part of me wants to sneak around and find out more about their relationship and how far it goes before confronting them.
You shouldn't even do that. You already know that something's gone terribly awry with this. I don't think you need to keep digging.
No, I think if you do anything, if
It's not gonna
if
help.
you're conflicted, it needs to be like you sit down and you're like, I know about the thing, and we need to talk about where we go from here, and I need to know what did you think was gonna happen? Like what we need to talk. Part of me wants to warn the guy's wife, but feels sorry for ruining her life and their son's life. Yeah, what the F do I do now? My mind is still not in the right place, so I don't want to make any rushed decisions. If I want to work this out, how do I approach it? We've got some comments. Comment number 1, you're going to get the same advice here about finding a lawyer, collecting evidence, and moving on. You deserve to be treated with respect. She obviously has no respect for you or your family, or she wouldn't have betrayed and deceived you for nearly 2 years. She's been living a double life for nearly 2 years. What else is she capable of hiding from you? Do you truly believe you'll ever be able to fully trust her again? Do you think she would ever willingly admit the affair to you? You should 100% tell his wife as well, but make sure you have evidence when you do. She deserves to know the truth as well. The second comment says, from a regretful survivor of infidelity, not a love affair on her part, just a fun distraction from reality. I stayed and didn't tell the affair partner's wife. After 10 years, it still haunts me. From her, it's the same old story, no responsibility, little remorse, trickle truths, and gaslighting. Never full disclosure and ownership. If I had told his wife the reality of what she was doing, she would have got smacked between the eyes, possibly literally. No hiding. Your life was a lie. The future you saw was a lie. Your version of her is a lie. It's already over. Don't live with it. Don't have mercy or pity as her life unravels. Yours has. Lawyer up, plan, be calm, start over. You'll never be at peace if you stay. It's always scary to change. You want a shortcut to the life you believed you had. I repeat, regretfully, it is already gone. Leave it behind and move forward. You'll be okay. You'll do better because you deserve better.
Well, that's the end of that story and the end of the episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
and see you tomorrow.